and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County Athletics.
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington. Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico.
All right.
This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store.
All right,
so for the freshest produce, the best meats,
I think that's going to be
shop
good.
Bob's
Can you hear
Thriftway,
fine?
Yes.
906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
Remember, kid, there's heroes and there's legends. Heroes get remembered, but legends never die.
Legendary Services would like everyone to recognize the Tatum Coyote team and coaches for a season filled with hard work and dedication. Everyone at Legendary Services is extremely proud of each and every one of you. Best of luck in this game and shoot for a finish in a legendary way. The Tatum Schools are a proud sponsor of this live broadcast. Tatum Schools are very proud of every single student. With the dedication in the classroom and the dedication in your community, you've made all of Tatum and Lee County very proud. All your hard work is paying off, Coyotes. The entire staff, faculty, and administration wish you the best of luck. For more details about Tatum Schools, please log on to tatumschools.org.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Well, welcome to Tatum, New Mexico, ladies and gentlemen, for tonight's contest between the Tatum Coyotes and the Escalante Lobos, making a long trip down from Tierra Amarilla, New Mexico. And, well, we're ready for another season. Coyote football on the air. I'm Dusty Wyndham alongside Ava Slover back with us again. Award-winning Ava Slover. Let me put that out there. Good to have you back.
Thank you. It's good to be back. I'm excited for football season this year. It'll be my first time announcing with you for football.
Yeah, so, we're going to have our growing pains, of course, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we just saw the coin toss go on the field, and everybody's lining up, getting ready here in just a few minutes probably for the national anthem coming up, in about 10 minutes or so. Last season, the Coyotes, well, they started off strong, had a 5-0 record there for a while, and then the wheels kind of came off on them. We've had a coaching change now this season as Coach Reed comes in, headed here from Eunice. He spent time in Lovington, Hobbs, and Eunice, and now in his fourth stop in Lee County, looking to take on the 8-man Coyotes here. And Coyotes are a young team, Ava, just 3 seniors this year. They're going to have to look for a little leadership somewhere out there.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think what we're very blessed with our seniors this year is they were all on our team that won that state championship a couple years back. So they definitely have had an example of how to lead towards success like that. And I think they're just going to do an amazing job, hopefully. And that's definitely what we're going to see in this first game.
Well, I do believe so. Talking to Coach Reed, I came over earlier in the week to talk with him a bit and getting to know him. And he said this is an Escalante team. They're not going to throw the ball a lot. They're going to run a version of a single wing offense, if you will. And a lot of trickeration is going to be there. So the defense is going to have to be focused, watch for the ball, and attack there. Quarterback this year is going to be Harris. He's a back. He filled in a bit last season for Martinez when he was injured. But good to see him back, a little leadership there. And then the guy I'd watch for on offense is going to be number 40, and that's Hasiel Esparza.
Absolutely. Hasiel last year, I kind of kept stats for the football team. So I remember he got a lot of yardage for us, just breaking through that front line. And then I'm very excited to see what Josh does, Harris, with the QB position full-time this year. So
yeah, it'll be a no-look team, or a new-look team, if you will, here for the Coyotes with the coaching staff from all over, but a lot of really good experience. Some of these guys were at Waxahachie. They were at Snyder, Amarillo, Randall, Canyon Randall High School is what we used to call it. But Randall High School, perennial power in the northern part of that Panhandle area, and always plays really good football. So a ton of experience on this coaching staff. In fact, Coach Reed has the least experience out of all of them. He was telling me the other day. He said, what a bunch of guys to learn from, and he's looking forward to getting the season rolling. He's had a little time. He said, not real sure what we have yet, but they're gonna be out there working hard and trying to learn a new system. And we'll see what they have tonight against the Lobos, who made that long trip down. We've got about 13 minutes here, Ava, before we get going. So we're going to stop, play a few of our sponsors' ads, and be back for kickoff time right here on HobbsAmerica.com. I'm Dusty. Ava's here. Rob Badger running the camera for us tonight. So anybody got a shout out for Rob, you can send it to me. That way you know right there. We'll be back in just a few with more Coyote football.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
The Tatum Schools are a proud sponsor of this live broadcast. Tatum Schools are very proud of every single student. With the dedication in the classroom and the dedication in your community, you've made all of Tatum and Lee County very proud. All your hard work is paying off, Coyotes. The entire staff, faculty, and administration wish you the best of luck. For more details about Tatum Schools, please log on to tatumschools.org.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
Remember, kid, there's heroes and there's legends. Heroes get remembered, but legends never die.
Legendary Services would like everyone to recognize the Tatum Coyote team and coaches for a season filled with hard work and dedication. Everyone at Legendary Services is extremely proud of each and every one of you. Best of luck in this game and shoot for a finish in a legendary way.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
All right, back again. Still just about 8 minutes until we get rolling here in Tatum as they welcome Escalante to open the 2024 football season here. And, well, crowd's starting to file in a little bit here. And man, it's hot out here today. And do want to mention that the sun sets on the opposite side of the field from where we have to set up. So you're going to catch a glare a little bit here in this first half. The sun will finally get down below either the clouds or the tree level across the way, and the second half will be much easier to view. But just circumstance being, this is where we have to set up. No power for us set up on the opposite side. So bear with us, and we'll describe the action as best we can, try to paint a picture for you as we go along. Again, I'm Dusty Wyndham, Ava Slover beside me. And Ava, you know, you're already playing volleyball this season, and those are some games we'll be covering here in a few weeks. You guys started off at Dora the other night. What became of that?
We did. It was a really good game. We definitely ironed out a lot of our kinks. We scrimmaged Lovington the Saturday before our game, and just being able to get that experience and right before our first game of the season was really nice, because by the time we got to Dora, we were able to really put everything together a lot better. It's definitely interesting in the second year with our new coach, Tracy Pierce, right now. She's doing a really good job with our team. We all love playing for her. And we're just very excited to see where the season takes us and hopefully get to that state tournament and hopefully win that state championship.
You beat me to the punch there. I was going to say a new coach, and you introduced her already. Now, had she been here before?
She has. She actually coached my sister before me. Yeah.
So I thought she had. I knew the name when you threw it out there, and I thought, hey, I know that one.
Yep.
I do. Other Lee County football action tonight, you've got Jowl. They'll be on the road taking on Dexter to open up their season. Hobbs and Lovington will be doing battle, so the Lee County rivalry there. You got Eunice will be taking on Ruidoso in Eunice here tonight. Saw the bus on the way up here from Hobbs. I did anyways, as we passed them on the highway there. And one more game of note for the area, Artesia and Carlsbad will be doing battle over in Artesia tonight. That's where the mean lady that keeps me in line, Christina, will be watching her hometown Bulldogs and back over to Hobbs tonight. So lots of action. It's good to see football season back. That means school is in full swing. And, well, I'm lucky there. I don't have to go to school. So there you go. But I guess everything going. A lot of new coaches here this season. Any changes in basketball?
No, not yet.
I didn't think so. I didn't figure there
Not
would
yet.
be. I look forward to that season as well. The ladies ought to be on a roll. Got some senior leadership coming back.
Yes.
Maybe the best player in the district as well.
I agree.
And Lou Anvia Senior. And, she plays volleyball as well, or
She
did
does.
last season
Yeah,
anyway.
she
so.
does.
So you guys have leadership there as well. You're a senior as well. And back from injury, I think it's pretty special. The Coyotes now making their entrance here, coming out of the field house, and they'll run through the inflatable Coyote tunnel over there to the fanfare here in Tatum. But football season is back. I'm waiting on college ball. I think it starts next weekend, and then, So, but we'll be bringing you as many of the games as we can this season. Hopefully next week at Rhema as well. That is a long trip, and fans, if you make it, my hat's off to you because, I'm not even looking forward to that one yet. I'm really not. That's a long drive for me, but can't wait to bring you that action. Hopefully the Coyotes tonight can start off 2024 with a victory here and earn Coach Reed his first.
Yeah.
So we will see. About 4.5 minutes to go, plus the national anthem, I am sure, which they always play before games. So we'll be back with Coyote football here in just a few more moments at HobbsAmerica.com.
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
The Tatum Schools are a proud sponsor of this live broadcast. Tatum Schools are very proud of every single student. With the dedication in the classroom and the dedication in your community, you've made all of Tatum and Lee County very proud. All your hard work is paying off, Coyotes. The entire staff, faculty, and administration wish you the best of luck. For more details about Tatum Schools, please log on to tatumschools.org.
Remember, kid, there's heroes and there's legends. Heroes get remembered, but legends never die.
Legendary Services would like everyone to recognize the Tatum Coyote team and coaches for a season filled with hard work and dedication. Everyone at Legendary Services is extremely proud of each and every one of you. Best of luck in this game and shoot for a finish in a legendary way.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
All right, folks, we're going to pause now for the national anthem here in Tatum, and it'll be coming up here right away.
Dear Lord, we thank you for bringing us together this night. Fantastic weather we're having. People had a safe trip. I want you all to have a fantastic
That's who that was. So we are ready. The anthem has been played. Time to kick off. Tatum in black jerseys here with the red helmets. The Lobos on the other side will be in the white jerseys here. So ready for that. A couple of names stood out to me besides Josh Harris and Jaciel Esparza. Anthony Duffy. A lot of speed with that young man, and if he breaks loose, he can take it to the house anytime. Cooper Kirby on both sides of the ball last season provided some big minutes here for these Coyotes as well. He's one of the 3 seniors on this squad, so a really, really young team. So many freshmen and sophomores I saw here on this Tatum High School roster this season, so it'll be a little bit different than what we saw the past couple of seasons here. So we'll see what they have as they're ready for kickoff. The officials are on the field, my favorite people in the world. Everybody knows that. And, yeah, we're ready to go. Again, Dusty Wyndham here alongside me is Ava Slover, Rob Badger on the camera work here for HobbsAmerica.com. And it will be the Coyotes to receive the opening kickoff here as Escalante now taking the field to kick off to start this 2024 season. Back deep for the Coyotes. Let's see. Can you read that number, Ava, on the young man in the center right back by the end zone for the Coyotes? I can't either. I was thinking.
I think 24.
If it's 20, I don't have 20.
Maybe I'm going blind. I don't
Hey,
know.
neither one of us can see them. The red numbers from the side are hard to read on that black jersey, but I'm going to say it's somebody with some speed. Maybe Ethan Garcia, 14, it could be.
Yeah.
Looking through the list here.
It really could be. And then I know number 2 is Garrett Anthony. And I can't read the one on the far side, but probably Brian Gomez or
That's my
Alonso.
guess.
Yeah.
So we will see. Or
Yeah.
well, we're ready to go. It will be number 6 kicking off for Escalante, and that is Charlie Farrell. Again, they're not going to pass the ball much. In fact, in the scrimmage tape, Coach Reed says they don't throw the ball at all. They never threw the ball in that game. The kickoff, by the way, mishandled but fallen upon by the Coyotes here. And it looked like it was Garrett Anthony there. And now he'll line up for these Coyotes in the backfield. They will start with the ball. I better get into my scoreboard app so I can give you the down and distance here. I'm a little slow with it today. First game, you know, it's jitters. We'll get into the swing of things here. And now we're refreshing. There you go. So it will be Harris to take his first snap in the shotgun. We'll hand it right up the middle and busting through for a positive gain from about the 29-yard line out to about the 33, 34 here. It was Jaciel. And again, we saw him a lot last season until he got hurt. And that was a big blow to the Coyotes at the end of the season last year. So it will be second down now here and about 6 yards to go. Another run just busting it up by himself is going to be Harris, is it not? It is. And he's all the way down to about the 33-yard line of the Lobos on that play. It'll be a 1st and 10 here as, hey, not a bad start for these Coyotes. And I'll get everything right on the scoreboard. There it is. As we're just in the first quarter, first possession of the game. And they are quickly moving down the field.
Oh, yeah.
So with just barely a minute gone, now we'll get our first flags as the whistles will blow before the play. And looks like we may have had movement along the Coyote line. Nope. It's going to go against Escalante. So 5 more yards. It'll be a 1st and 5 here for the Coyotes. And Ava, what a run there by the quarterback Harris to set this thing up down in scoring position, really.
No, he's definitely going to be an attribute to the team. I think he can kind of see those holes out there and just hit them every once in a while. Looks like there he goes again, trying to find one.
Designed run to the right side. He's going to get 4. He's close to the first down marker, but he's going to be just about 6 inches short or so. That'll bring up a 2nd and 1 here for the Coyotes. But you can see they spread everybody out, took the backfield away from him. There wasn't anybody behind the quarterback that time in Harris. It was a designed run. He took the snap, went over the right side, and now it's 2nd and about a yard here as he'll look and rolls out. Now will pass into the, near the end zone, excuse me. He's down to about the 3-yard line. The reception made out there. Did you catch the number?
Cooper Kirby.
Yep, there you go. So far, everything going to script. The kids we mentioned before the matchup, the ones with the ball. Now, there was a flag thrown in the backfield, and it's going to be a hold against Tatum. So that ball will come back. And from where the flag was thrown, it looks like it'll be 2nd and perhaps 11 yards here. We'll see. That's what it should be from where the flag was thrown, but you never know how far they'll march it off. And they'll place the ball right at the 35-yard line of the Lobos. Nose touching the 35-yard line, so we'll call it 2nd and about 13 here as the Coyotes now will have to work for it. Right up the middle goes Kirby. This time he stopped for about a half a yard, so it's going to be 3rd, and we'll call it 12 on this play here. Not much there, not much of a hole for him to run through. The offensive line kind of got bunched up there.
Yeah, just a little bit. Just creating that space whenever you run plays like that I think will be really valuable. There goes Harris.
He rolls out right again, looks to throw, then he'll keep it, and he's taken down for about a yard gain. So that'll bring up the first 4th down of the Coyotes season here. And another flag because they're stopping the play.
I think
didn't
that
see.
might have been a face mask.
They had him up high on the tackle, absolutely. If it is, that'll be an automatic 1st down.
Right.
The referee's going to call the face mask against Escalante, and it will be a 1st down. We'll see where they put the ball down from where it was. It's going to be, around the 20, I'm guessing. Inside the 20 now? Wow, way inside. That's about a 20-yard penalty.
That's pretty good.
I think we might have got a little extra on there. Of course, the face mask took place a couple of yards upfield, but now it's going to be at about, I'm going to call it the 17-yard line here.
Yeah.
So a 1st and 10.
Harris hands off to Anthony, and then that's pretty good. Right?
So he'll get all the way down to about the 10-yard line, I'm guessing here.
Yeah.
Well, they marked it near the 20. I call it the 17, 18, yeah. So let's see. Now they put the ball down finally, and that is right at the 10-yard line. So a 2nd and 3 here for the Coyotes, looking to have their first score of the season. And now the play gets stopped as the whistles will blow beforehand, and a movement penalty along the line.
Oh.
So we'll see which way that goes. And that's going against Escalante too. That's going to be good enough for a 1st down. They're inside the 10, so it'll be 1st and goal from here for the Coyotes after the penalty. 2 costly penalties here. 3 really against Escalante on the drive. So from about the 5-yard line, there is a run straight up the gut. That time just shy is going to be Esparza. And they'll have him down at about the inch-yard line. It looks like he's getting closer. It's definitely a touchdown, so we'll go with a 2nd down now. And, we'll call it a foot to the end zone here for the Coyotes against these Lobos. Again, long road trip for them. Up the middle goes Harris. He'll cross the goal line. No laundry on the field, and it is 6-0 now in favor of the Coyotes. A good start to the season. First drive of the year. Produces 6 points.
There we go.
So let me find the 6. There it is. And there's your score. Still in the first quarter, 8:48 to go. And the first touchdown for Harris here, just a sophomore, so a couple more seasons of seeing him as the signal caller. lined up for the 2-point conversion. Harris rolls right. He'll have to throw to the back of the end zone. And that one is going to be, I don't see an indication. They're going to call it no good. And they'll say he fell out of bounds at the back part of the end zone and didn't stay in the field of play. So it was Esparza. Now a 6-0 game, despite the scoreboard here at the field. It is 6-0 Coyotes with 8:48 to go here in the first quarter over Escalante. We'll be back with more Coyote football right after this.
The Tatum Schools are a proud sponsor of this live broadcast. Tatum Schools are very proud of every single student. With the dedication in the classroom and the dedication in your community, you've made all of Tatum and Lee County very proud. All your hard work is paying off, Coyotes. The entire staff, faculty, and administration wish you the best of luck. For more details about Tatum Schools, please log on to tatumschools.org.
All right, back in Tatum, I'm Dusty Wyndham. Ava Slover beside me, and Ava, Coyotes march right down the field with a little help from a couple of penalties there, though.
Yes, sir.
And scored the touchdown. Now, there's some confusion on the conversion play. Scoreboard has 7. I got them for 6. If the conversion was good, it would be 8. So we're just going to have to wait and see if that gets fixed. But I believe the back judge ruled him out of bounds is what I saw. So I saw the guy on the side put his hands up, so there was a dispute between those two. And, of course, not close enough to the field to get a clarification from the officials out here. But Tatum up in between 6 and 8-0. We'll put it that way.
Yeah. We'll just leave it there.
So it will be to kick off Esparza. It's 8. Okay, so it is 8-0. That did count for the Coyotes. I got to bring myself down a notch here. I'm a little bit loud on the broadcast here. And they'll kick off. It is touched and now fallen upon by the Escalante Lobo receiver. They'll be about the 40-yard line, their own 40 here to start this drive at 1st and 10. And again, you never know who's going to line up where. Nobody listed as a quarterback on the roster for Escalante. So what we're looking at, they're all running backs. They are going to run. Defense is really going to have to be disciplined and follow the football and not the fakes here for the Coyotes to hold these guys back. So it is now 1st and 10 for the Lobos here. And 3 backs back. Taking the snap is going to be number 12, and that's Diop. And Diop hands it or pitches it out. No, he keeps it. Well, he faked the pitch. See, I told you there's going to be trickeration out here. I'm going to say Gumasindo Diop.
You know,
That's
don't
a
ask
tough
me.
one. That's a tough name there. He is a senior, 5'6", 160 is listed. That was a gain of 1 on the play for the Lobos here. And team tackle really that time for the Coyotes. Everybody swarmed the ball, which is exactly what Coach wants to see. So now this is going to be a reverse. Staying home that time's going to be big, number 99, I believe. Or is it 98? Let me double check.
99.
That's Dusty Moorhead, yeah. I thought I was going to get to see him play a lot more last year, my namesake out there. But that one ends up being a loss of 5. The ball, 5 actually we'll call it because they had gained a yard. And it's back to the 36-yard line. So a long 3rd down, 3rd and about 14 here for the Lobos against the Coyotes in their first defensive stand. Good tackle by Moorhead. He really got through.
Yeah, he's improved a lot since last year, especially just by watching that play.
Yeah, his feet look much quicker.
Okay.
Now there's a triggeration type play. Comes back to this near sideline. And the first down gained by the Lobos. Number 20, the running back that time. And that's going to be R.J. Atencio. Atencio, a 5'10 junior. And the ball all the way into Coyote territory at about the 43. So big pickup that time for the Lobos. A stop, and the Coyotes are off the field there. We're down to about 7:10 to go here in this first quarter. Coyotes up 8-0. By the way, Rob Badger, the Eagle Eye, caught the 2-point conversion there. So now it'll be Diop keeping that time. He'll get across the line. Now a flag comes in late, and could be a face mask or a hold right where that was thrown. So we'll wait and see. The ball marked now at about the, 41-yard line, closer to the 40. It's going to be a face mask against the Coyotes. That's going to be a first down. And so from the end of that play, they're going to tack on some yardage. Stop and pick up the flag, though. That's a smart thing to do. You're going to need that again, you would think, right?
Maybe. Let's hope not.
So a mistake there against the Coyotes. Kirby trying to stop the ref from getting much further down the field. The ball is going to be placed at the 26 here, and a new set of downs here for Escalante. The clock rolls on the whistle that time from the official and is moving here, or the play clock is. Now the clock is. We're under 7 minutes to play. It looks like a breakaway here. Could get to the end zone. He's across, and in is R.J. Atencio here. And now it's 8-6. Only took him about 4 plays to get down the field. Of course, helped by the big penalty there, and not a deep kickoff either. So really they go, about 60 yards in 4 or 5 plays that time for the touchdown. Losing his helmet in the backfield, though, was number 1, Jeremiah Martinez. Usually that requires you to go off the field for a play, but I guess not tonight. So Martinez, a 5'10" senior offensive lineman here. 8-6 your score pending this conversion attempt. You don't see much kicking at the 8-man level either as far as the extra points are concerned. They almost always go for 2. It's rare to see a big kicker in the small school level. So it will be again Diap back for the Lobos. He'll turn, spin, keep it, and is stopped at the 5-yard line, well beyond the goal line that time. What a stop from the defensive line there for the Coyotes. Looked like 58.
I think Alonzo Salazar, yeah.
Okay. Good eye out over there.
Thank you.
So all kinds of experience up here. The award-winning Ava Slover next to me. Beginning my 30th season of play-by-play calling here in radio and television, now streaming land, if you will. And Rob, in his first ever game here as a camera operator, he's going to win an Emmy this year. A daytime Emmy, not as glorious, that's how that's going to go. But an 8-6 score after the Coyotes are able to stop the Lobos here on the 2-point conversion. 8-6 your score. Let me fix the score bot app. I keep forgetting it's been a while. I'll get back into this here. And there, it's all fixed up with new set of downs as it will be Escalante to kick here. It's not the first time we've seen Escalante, isn't it? That's what we saw last season in basketball, the home playoff game, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So there you go. I know that's a long trip. Not as long as the one we're making next week, as Rama will welcome your Coyotes to northern New Mexico, northwestern New Mexico, real close to that Arizona state line. So long trip for us, but we'll make it so you don't have to. 8-6 your score, 6:48 remaining here now in this first quarter of play. And now both teams have scored. Defensive is not doing a whole lot for either side. We'll see if that'll change throughout the course of the game, but there you go. So still in the first quarter, and Escalante now ready to kick. And number 6, is that who they're using? Charlie Farrell again. Mm-hmm. And we'll see this one, a shorter kick. It'll bounce at about the 30-yard line. Picked up on one hop here. And that was Garrett Anthony, right? Number 2 on the return. He'll get it out across the 40-yard line here to about the 42 for the Coyotes. They'll have 58 yards to pay dirt here on their second drive with the football. Anthony looks pretty quick himself, a youngster, the sophomore.
He's good. With as fast as he is, he's got a lot of potential in football.
Really does.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget volleyball and basketball coming up this season as well that HobbsAmerica.com will have for you. It's going to be Harris breaking it across the middle. Nobody's going to catch him. They gave it a valiant attempt. I think he gets in for the touchdown. What a hustle play there, though, by number 11, Braylon Emery for Escalante, but another 6 points on the board, 14-6 your score now on the first offensive play. Duffy fakes the handoff, goes right up the middle, the line busting open a big hole, and nobody home to catch Mr. Harris on that one. Well, what do you think? So far, so good, huh?
You know, it looks like we've got a lot of our plays figured out. Everything seems to be coming together really, really well on this team. These guys, a lot of them played with each other last year, and I think even Josh being able to get a little bit of experience after Martinez, our quarterback last year, kind of got injured every once in a while. That's probably helping him a lot too. It looks like a handoff to Esparza for a
He'll take it. Yeah, and he's in. You're right.
Yeah.
So Hasiel Esparza scores his first points on the season here, as he'll get in with the 2-point conversion. That'll make it a 16-6 ball game here with 6:33 remaining in the first quarter. Yes, quarter. That's right, folks. They're going to light up the scoreboard here in Tatum tonight. 16-6 Coyotes. We'll be back with more Coyote football on HobbsAmerica.com.
The Tatum Schools are a proud sponsor of this live broadcast. Tatum Schools are very proud of every single student. With the dedication in the classroom and the dedication in your community, you've made all of Tatum and Lee County very proud. All your hard work is paying off, Coyotes. The entire staff, faculty, and administration wish you the best of luck. For more details about Tatum Schools,
Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
All right, we're back once again. I'm Dusty Wyndham. Ava Silver providing color commentary here tonight. There was a penalty against Tatum after the score there, maybe a taunting type penalty or something.
Probably.
There. And so the kickoff will be moved way back here. They'll kick off from the 40. No, he had it on the wrong side. That's what he did. It wasn't a penalty. They just put the tee on the wrong side of the field.
Yep.
So Tatum will get it here. They will kick off from the 40. That is correct. And they are ready to go, but a 16-6 lead, 2 drives for the Coyotes, 2 touchdowns, and 2 conversions. The drive for the Lobos resulted in a touchdown as well, but they were unable to score the conversion, so 16-6 is where we stand, 6:33 remaining in the first quarter. And Esparza ready to kick it off yet again. His first kickoff died at about the 40-yard line on the far side of the field. Now the ball blown off the tee by the wind. The Clouds have been helping a little bit with that glare. Now they're back.
Mm-hmm.
I promise I'm wearing my sunscreen. And it'll blow off again, so they'll have to have somebody hold now after that second attempt. And Anthony goes to the other side of the field. They're not making him do it. So they get rid of the tee. It has to be held. Tee is now thrown towards the sideline. Numbers down a little bit, it looks like, for the Coyotes this year after graduating so many players last season.
Yeah, man.
I think 22 is what I counted on the roster. And that's about what's dressed out here tonight. 24 the other way. And, not a lot of bodies, but only 8 at a time can play. So that's what we have. Now the ball will stand up. And Esparza with a much better kick, and it'll die at about the 18. Picked up, pitched, and now stood up. I thought he pitched, he faked it.
Yeah.
And now the whistle blows, and I think they're going to be down at about the 23, 24-yard line, somewhere in there. Man, I'll tell you what, these new contacts doing wonders. I can see things out there. Coyotes again scoring on their first 2. The defense had a big face mask penalty that sustained a drive here for these Lobos on that last drive, but lots of scoring. That's what you expect here at this level, and the Coyotes, well, they're ready to put the points on the board. Lobos, we'll see if they do as well. They did not have a bad start. Again, they do not throw the ball, I'd say rarely, if ever, with this offense they run. So now taking a step forward, taking the ball and handing off to the young man who scored the touchdown here for Escalante. And he'll get a carry for about 2 yards on the play. And number 20 again, RJ Atencio. Yeah. So the quarterback again, Diap. I refrain from attempting the first name again. So,
oh, yeah.
Man, I do JUCO ball and they're not that bad. You know?
Right.
That's
no,
just a really unique name. It really is. So now a second and about, long 8. It's officially 2nd and 9 on the board. Mm-hmm. So as Escalante will line up again, Diap will take the snap, handoff on the reverse man this time. It's going to be Atencio again, and he has smothered the first on the tackle there. It's going to be 58, and you told me who that was a moment ago. That is
Alonzo
Salazar.
Salazar,
Alonzo Salazar.
Who I think he's a junior. Yeah.
You are correct.
All right.
Good job. So a good stop there, but a flag on the play. And is that another face mask penalty we have here?
I hope not.
I tell you, the coaching staff out on the field is saying, come on now, that's 2 in a row. Of course, there's been one called the other way as well.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the first game of the season you'll have a little bit of kinks to work out.
Yes.
Looks like it was.
So that is going to be another first down here for the Escalante Lobos, who trail 16-6, 5:37 remaining now here in this first quarter. Yeah, all that's taken care of now. So we'll put another first down up on the scoreboard here, as this time it'll be, is that 6 or 16 there?
Looks like it was 6. Yeah,
He's
6.
shaking up a bit on the play for Escalante, and that's Charlie Farrell, the young man who kicked, and looks like came down a little bit hard, maybe on the ankle that time, but he'll pull the socks up and stay in. A good play that time, a loss of about a half a yard here for the Lobos. So now back to a 2nd and 9. I'll leave the scoreboard alone here. Actually, it's going to be 2nd and closer to 11. I'm going to put 10 on there. It's not quite a full yard. And here we go. So it will be a 2nd down play here. Diap takes it. Now they'll pitch it out to Atencio. Now he'll throw to Farrell. And now another flag. If that's another face mask, coach is going to lose his mind, I promise you, because I didn't see him catch the mask. I know he caught Jersey up high. And I think behind the play you can't throw that flag, but they may have.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the call. And that time he did, in my opinion, he didn't get the face mask. We'll say that. So another automatic first down here. Official threw it, and you can't see through the player coming through, so you didn't see if he got the face mask, in my opinion. But there it is. It's going to be Diap. Oh, no, it's going to be Atencio on the direct snap. He's taken out of bounds to the Coyote sideline, that time by Salazar.
And Kirby, I think.
Yeah, I thought it was. I see 13 in there, Antonio Martinez. But it was, you're right, absolutely, Cooper Kirby. Coming onto the field is a little size here for the Coyotes, and number 88. Let's get his information. That would be Jonas Martinez. So that's brother of the quarterback and receiver from last season, Robert and those guys. We'll have a 2nd and about 8 here after the 2-yard gain before they were able to push Atencio out of bounds. Diap back again. And a little movement, and now a fumble on the pitch, a little miscommunication. The ball covered back up by, that would be number 12 this time, Diap, the quarterback. But a big loss of 7 yards on the play, going to be 3rd and 15.
Yeah.
Barring a face mask here, we ought to be okay.
Fingers crossed.
You know, that's tough, a tough call early on here, but officials are human. They can make mistakes. They're going to give them about an extra yard on that, so we'll call it 3rd and 14 here. And we'll see if the Coyote defense can get off the field. We're under 4 minutes to play now in the first quarter, 3:55 remaining. Coyotes lead it 16-6. Diap turns, keeps, and goes left. They will be able to stop them short of the first down. And that was Esparza, I believe, on the tackle that time.
I think so.
So Diap will come off the field, which would perhaps lead you to believe they're going to punt here. We'll see on the 4th down play. 4th and about 7 yards, a long 6. We'll call it 7 here. After the run by the quarterback, or Diap anyways, the guy taking the snap, we'll say that. So 4th and 7, they'll come out of that punt formation, back out on the field. It looks like it's Diap. Getting ready, jumping where the Coyotes, they get back behind the line. I think we may have a delay of game here. They were trying to draw the Coyotes offside. Nope, timeout call. So they didn't throw the flag for the delay of game. Timeout taken, we're gonna take it too. 3:02 to go in the first quarter. Coyotes still up 16-6 here in Tatum over Escalante. The Lobos with a big 4th down play when we return.
The Tatum Schools are a proud sponsor of this live broadcast. Tatum Schools are very proud of every single student. With the dedication in the classroom and the dedication in your community, you've made all of Tatum and Lee County very proud. All your hard work, all proud, the entire faculty and administration wish you good luck. Or
And the defense on the field. Diap, Atencio, and Farrell back in the backfield here for Escalante. So crucial 4th down play here. Defense could get off the field and get the ball back with a 10-point lead. Oh, and Diap is going to get down the field. You know what I see here, Rob? Holding. That's what I'm guessing it's going to be where it's at. And that's a break for the Coyotes.
Yeah.
I don't believe I've ever seen 5. If it happens, it'd be the 5th face mask called in the game. This is a hold. And from where the flag's thrown, Mark can get back about 10 yards from there. And it's going to be a 4th and about 13, I believe. Maybe 4th and 12, we'll see. So a break for the Coyotes as Escalante did do enough to get to their 1st down yardage. Man. Still warm. But now sun thankfully going behind the clouds there, Ava. So I'm going to call it 4th and 13 here after the hold on what would have been a 1st down. Going the wrong way with my scoreboard app.
4th down here.
And so here we go. Back on the field is the offense in their, or near their own territory. It's a pass way downfield, well covered by the Coyotes. And they're able to knock it away. 3 Tatum defenders there on the receiver. And one of them was Harris, of course.
Yeah.
Looks like Anthony, and is that 11? And that'd be Gideon Hernandez, it looks like.
Yes, I think so.
So good coverage, and the Coyotes will take over with 2:44 remaining still here in this first quarter. Man, I love those Clouds. I wish they'd stay right where they are for about another hour.
But knock on wood.
Yeah, a brief respite from the heat there, if you will.
I bet it's even nicer for the guys out there.
Yeah. Now 2 for 2 on drives here. Tatum has come away with 2 touchdowns in their 2 possessions. Now it's going to be Esparza going around the left side here, and he'll be dragged out of bounds right at about the Escalante 40-yard line, a pickup of about 12 yards on the play. So another 1st down here. And taking their time spotting it. Okay. Now the ball spotted and everybody, the referee's ready. Okay, now we're ready.
Okay.
So 2:38, and it'll be ticking here in just a moment. Here in this first quarter, Tatum about 41 yards from pay dirt. This time a keeper for Harris. They were ready for it defensively, and the tackle made there by Diap. And number, is that 8 or 9? It's 9, it looks like here. And that'd be Damian Baeza.
Yeah.
So Baeza with the tackle here for Escalante. But now a third down play. They didn't give him the first down on that. I thought he was well across. So they had a second and about a yard. Now it's going to be third and about 3 here. Keeper by Harris right up the middle. He's across for the first down here. By about 2 yards, they're going to have him right at the 40-yard line. A stoppage to move the chains back to first down here. And 40 more yards to go, under 2 minutes to go now in this first quarter. It's been a long first quarter, in my estimation anyway. So what do you think, more of Esparza and Harris here?
I kind of hope so, honestly. I think they're doing, oh, there's a flag. I think they're doing a really good job right now. We just got to clear up that gap for Harris and give him enough time to read it, I think. He thinks about it really carefully out there, and you can tell with how he moves. And Esparza, just let him drive.
That one is going to be Gideon Hernandez, the guilty party, as he took off just a hair before the ball was snapped here. And that will back them up to a 1st and 15 now here for the Coyotes.
And I think he might be in for Duffy right now, because we should have Duffy and Luis Ibarra from a couple years ago back by the next game.
There's a fumble now as Harris will lose the ball on the far sideline, and I do believe the Lobos have recovered, and it'll be the first Tatum turnover of the game as he got popped on that far sideline, did Harris. So the ball will be placed at about the 45, I'm guessing. 44-yard line, we'll call it. So a first down now. Possession back over to the Escalante Lobos, and that's the first drive that is stalled for the Coyotes tonight. So we'll see the offense come back out onto the field here for Escalante. When is the next volleyball matchup here, Ava? Do you know?
Ooh,
She's
I know it's next week.
I know I got to practice.
Listen, yeah, that's really all I know.
Typical athlete doesn't know anything other than when they're supposed to do
hey,
next.
Coach Pierce tells me when to go, where to go. I'm there.
Hey, that's every coach loves a kid that's that coachable right there. So on first down here, the Lobos will give it over to Atencio, and a forced fumble by Harris. He's the one that stripped it out. He'll fall on the ball, and we'll see I saw him fall on the ball first. It should be Tatum ball, but wrestling at the bottom of the pile are the Lobos and the Coyotes.
Yeah.
And we'll see who wrestles it away.
We know.
And from here it was a clear recovery, but no, the Lobos will be awarded the football. Looks like Harris ripped it or had it ripped away from him. But he hit the ground with the ball, and anybody touches him after that, the ball is down. That's it. Or when his knee goes down here. It's high school ball.
Yeah.
Coach Reed is upset, and I believe he has every reason to be.
Yeah.
So they're going to actually gain 5 yards on the play to make it a 2nd and 5 here for the Lobos. Unfortunately, just a tough break for the Coyotes here. So they're backed up. Diap will take the snap again. He runs into a buzzsaw that time in Salazar.
Yep.
That kid's going to have every tackle in the game, it seems like.
Man, I hope so. He's a pretty good football player.
Really showing some things the young man is here as just a junior again. He'll have another season on the field here for the Coyotes.
Well, he boxes, too. So I think he's used to that contact, and I bet that helps us out a lot.
I'm not going to talk any trash to him, man.
Yeah,
I won't take the old 1-2 cross, coming or the uppercut, which Rob would go with. He'd go with the uppercut, I'm sure.
Yeah.
He nods. 3rd and 3 here is where we'll be. So another tough defensive stand here, perhaps for the Coyotes, as Escalante will take the ball. And they'll give it off to Atencio. He's going to be about a yard short. Cooper Kirby that time on the tackle for the Coyotes. That's a big play, but it will be 4th and about a yard and a half here. And I assume they'll go for it as they did on the long 4th down play a moment ago. They'll take the kids to the sideline here. A timeout called on the field.
Into the first.
Oh, it is the end of the first. Yep, I didn't look at the scoreboard. So after 1 here It's going to be Tatum 16, Escalante 6, and we'll be back for a tough fourth down play here for Escalante. The Coyote defense will be on the field when we come back for the second quarter, 16-6 Coyotes.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Remember, kid, there's heroes and there's legends. Heroes get remembered, but legends never die.
Legendary Services would like everyone to recognize the Tatum Coyote team and coaches for a season filled with hard work and dedication. Everyone at Legendary Services is extremely proud of each and every one of you. Best of luck in this game and shoot for a finish in a legendary way.
All right, we're back again. I'm Dusty Wyndham. Ava Slover, second quarter action now as the first quarter, the long first period, now over with. It is a crucial play here as they switch sides of the field. It'll be Escalante with a 4th and 2 here, trailing by 10. It is 16-6 Coyotes. So far, we've seen penalties. Early season football, you'll get mistakes, as you will in any sport, I'm sure. You know, early season jitters here for this young Coyote team, but they do lead by 10. Now they moved that ball up a yard, didn't they? It looks like a 4th and 1 to me, where they placed it as they switch sides of the field here. Pardon me. So it is now going to be a defensive stand or not. We'll see. It's Atencio with it. He's across the line to gain, and forward progress is stopped finally. Back by, well, guess who?
Alonzo.
That's it, Salazar again. Want to thank the Tatum schools and the people of Tatum for having HobbsAmerica.com out to help you guys watch these games from wherever you are via the internet, of course. And the administration here has been so kind to me over the past couple of seasons. Heck, they even gave me an award-winning worker, so, you know, that's not too bad. I can't get past that. 1st and 10 here now for this Lobo football team. I almost forgot who they were there for a second. They'll take snap. Diap this time gives off to Atencio, right side, just missing a shoestring tackle. Was Harris in the backfield. It'll be gain of about 2 as he'll fall forward. Will Atencio after the tackle made. It'll be 2nd and about 8 yards. Long 7 perhaps. So this thing is going to be tough here. You hear Coach yelling at Dusty there out on the field. Not me this time.
Right.
So I didn't do it. I promise.
Not yet, Dusty. No.
Yeah, well, there is a chance. There's always a chance. So 2nd and about 7 here for Escalante as they're at about the 40-yard line of the Coyotes. And that one a low snap, a quick flag came out that time. Farrell will get hit hard again. This time it looks like it was Esparza on the tackle. It was Hasiel after a game, but we'll see what the flag is here. Is we're going to have a motion penalty here against the offense. So that'll be a 5-yard penalty. It'll be 2nd and 12 as that one's going to go from the last line of scrimmage, the original line there. Fix his scoreboard, put us in second quarter. That's one thing I did forget to do. But both teams with the yellow hankies hurting them a little bit early on in the game. Just the one turnover so far by Tatum a few moments ago as Harris was popped hard on the opposite sideline. Looked like they had it back. The call didn't go the Coyotes' way a few moments ago, and here we are with 2nd and about 12 to go. Now backed up all the way to the 45 are the Lobos. It'll be Diap keeping this time. He'll go right. They fake the handoff to Farrell on this near side, and then still going, but the ball pops loose. I think the Lobos may have fallen on it. There's a couple of black jerseys there. but it will remain with the Lobos. They're going to mark him down before the ball came out is what they're doing at about the 35-yard line, and the Coyote crowd not liking that either.
No, they weren't. They'll always let you know.
What great support these kids get. You know, small schools, it's hard to get fans out a lot of times, not here in Coyote land, and a few across the way that made the long trip down to support these Lobos. So hats off to them. That will now be a 3rd and 3, it looks like, where they officially mark it. Too bad they whistled him dead on that one, stopping forward progress, as it would have been Coyote ball. But I don't have a problem with that call at all. Now a keeper for Diap again, and just churning his legs forward. He's going to be all the way to about the 30-yard line. It's going to be enough for another first down here, as the Coyote D can't get off the field this time. So now 10:22, and that'll be ticking upon the referee's whistle here. And that's all that's remaining in the first half. At halftime, we'll talk a little bit about what we saw in the first half and try to catch some scores from around the county for you if we're at all able to, and update you folks on what's going on in Lee County as school started. Now, when did school start here this season?
We started on the 12th, officially. We did have a couple, like, school at the fair days, but officially started on the 12th. I didn't have to come until the afternoon until the 19th, though, because I have the college classes. And there's Diap again.
On first down, and he's going to take it all the way down to about the 12-yard line, it looks like. He's finally hit pretty hard. Looks like is Garrett getting to him again over there. And no flags this time, so the ball all the way down to, we're going to call it the 11-yard line. So 1st and 10 from the 11 with about 10 minutes to go here in the first half now for Escalante. Coyotes still lead it by 10. It's 16-6, but the Lobos knocking on the door here. So, yeah, I noticed in Hobbs they started earlier this year, about 2 weeks earlier than they normally do, and just didn't know if that was countywide, but apparently not. You know, big ag school here, big FFA presence here at Tatum High School. So now going left is Diap. He's had his way so far. He's going to be stopped short of the end zone this time at about, they're going to call it about the 2-yard line, perhaps. So it'll be 2nd and 1 from the 2.
Going to be spotted at the 1-yard line.
Okay, at the 1 now, they're going to give them the first down. So it'll be, well, 1st and goal from the 1 here for the Lobos. Going to have to really tighten up the D. Right now, Diap's, if he's not running up the middle, they're doing a real good job in the middle. But if he's running outside either direction now, the Coyotes have had a little trouble stopping it.
I think it might just be some of the youth on our team right now just figuring out how to read those. But I'm not a football player, so.
No, that is hard to read. When the quarterback turns around, you don't know where he's at. He'll get across. Will Diap for another touchdown here for the Lobos. And that'll make the score now 16-12, pending this conversion attempt for Escalante High School. So Diap scores at that time. Atencio and he each with a touchdown rushing here in the first half. We're under 9 minutes to play, 8 minutes, 50 seconds left. And, well, Coyotes will be happy to get the ball back here and try to put some more distance between these two teams before the half. So lining up, he'll have Atencio, Farrell, and of course Diap in the backfield. Diap awaiting the snap. The conversion attempt, it'll go to Atencio on a direct snap. That time he'll go around the right side, and the entire Coyote team fooled on the play. That'll make it a 16-14 game. Your Coyotes still in the lead, but Escalante marching back. 8 minutes, 50 seconds to go in the first half. We'll be back with more Coyote football here on HobbsAmerica.com.
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
Remember, kid, there's heroes and there's legends. Heroes get remembered, but legends never die.
Legendary Services would like everyone to recognize the Tatum Coyote team and coaches for a season filled with hard work and dedication. Everyone at Legendary Services is extremely proud of each and every one of you. Best of luck in this game and shoot for a finish in a legendary way.
Back again here in Tatum, New Mexico. I'm Dusty Wyndham for HopsAmerica.com, of course. 16-14 now your score as the Coyotes still lead, and they'll be getting the ball back here from the Escalante Lobos as a late substitution will hobble on the field here for Escalante. We'll put a new down and distance here. Still in this second quarter, and a lot of time as both teams have really moved the football pretty well so far. Both defenses having some trouble. The Coyotes with the one turnover that hurt, but they still have the lead here. So Farrell to kick off again here for the Lobos. They're in white, your Coyotes in black, as this ball will come near side, and it is picked up there. Looked like that's number 8, I thought it was number 8. Might have been 9. I'm going to go with 9. Jason Tucker, perhaps?
Yeah, I guess we don't have an 8. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's a typo, but.
It could be. No, that is number 8. So we'll have to get that cleared up.
Jason, but.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't look like we have a 9 on the sideline.
Yeah, I don't see one either. So there you go.
Yeah, that's Jason.
So that'll be Jason Tucker, the freshman, getting the return there. Good return. Positive yardage out to the 45-yard line of the Coyotes. They're on their own 45, 55 yards to go here. Esparza is held up. Now they're trying to rip the ball away from him. He's strong, though.
Yeah.
Too strong for him, as he'll hold on.
Yep.
He'll pick up about, they're going to put him right back at the original line of scrimmage. So nothing doing that time for the Coyotes. And Esparza tried that middle yet again, did the Coyotes. And now back again will be Harris to snap. Second down, 10 yards to go here. We're at 8 minutes, 10 seconds left in this first half. And Sun mercifully blocked by a caught again. Now a flag there. It's going to go against the Coyotes. That'll be a false start, a legal motion. Either way you want to put that against the Coyotes. Jumping before the ball was snapped. They'll back up 5. It'll be 2nd and 15 here for your Tatum Coyotes. So a little youth showing so far in this first half for the Coyotes, but again, we knew that coming in. They were going to be young, and just the 3 seniors. Now Harris will take the snap. He'll hand off up the middle, and somehow fighting for a yard or so is going to be Kirby. Yeah. So Cooper Kirby back in the backfield here. Saw him a lot last season as well. Really had a good year defensively.
Yeah.
The young man did, I thought, anyhow. And now we're at 3rd and 13, it looks like. And now a flag here. This one's going to go the other way. So, and it should have been just 2nd down, shouldn't it, with a penalty?
Yeah.
Because it should still be 2nd down, even after this penalty.
About 3rd and about 8.
I guess they're going to call it 3rd. They haven't moved it. So 3rd and about 8 here for your Coyotes now as they get those 5 yards back. Now a late whistle there. I think this might be and a timeout called by the Coyotes.
Oh, okay.
So they didn't like the way that was lining up. Defense and offensively, the offensive positioning probably didn't favor well. The Coyotes will take the TO. 7:37 to go now in this first half, and we'll see if they talk to them about the downs. If the coaches aren't going to argue, then they're right and I'm wrong. So there you go.
Yeah.
Of course, you don't always look at that marker across the field, but
Yeah.
16-14 your score. First game of the season for your Coyotes and also for Escalante, the folks on the other side of the field here. And we'll see what they do. 3rd and 8, it's a big play in this first half. If they can convert, sustain the drive, they've got a pretty good shot to take the lead into the half, perhaps. But if they're forced to give the ball back over, so far, right now, Diap's not having any trouble running against that
No,
Coyote D.
no, especially when he goes around. There's no stopping Diap right now. But
Yeah.
I bet Coach Reed's got a fix to that as soon as we're done with this timeout. Hopefully we'll come back out and have a little bit better of a plan.
Yeah, I think so too. And you may see the ball go in the air for the first time or the second time here tonight. I know we threw on the 2-point conversion. We had the one pass that they threw before that was incomplete. You've had a couple of passes the other way. Fall incomplete. Well, the two. The one on the 4th down play and then the pitch back, the little flea flicker, if you will.
Yeah.
But now nobody behind him is Harris. Empty backfield. And we're back to the action here. This big 3rd down play. It's going to be a keeper by Harris. They empty the backfield. He goes right. He's got a blocker there. One man to beat. He cuts it the other way. So there isn't going to be a block, but not able to catch him. Harris will go. What is that? That is 53 yards for the Coyotes score. And now a 22-14 Coyote lead here with 7:24 remaining in the first half. What a run from Harris. And, man, they were sold out on the pass. The defense was that time for Escalante as they were following everybody except the quarterback. He was by himself out there. To lead blocking was J.C. Johnson, a junior, wearing number 52. And had Harris not cut it back, he would have got that block, by the way. But, Harris cuts it back towards the middle of the field, and now a chance for the 2-point conversion here for the Coyotes. And it will be a throw, and it's knocked down by the big paws of Atencio. Atencio got a hand on that one, so the conversion no good. The score will remain 22-14 here in favor of your Coyotes. We'll take a quick break. 7:24 still remaining in this first half as the Coyotes prepare to kick it back to Escalante. 22-14 Tatum.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
The Tatum Schools are a proud sponsor of this live broadcast. Tatum Schools are very proud of every single student. With the dedication in the classroom and the dedication in your community, you've made all of Tatum and Lee County very proud. All your hard work is paying off, Coyotes. The entire staff, faculty, and administration wish you the best of luck. For more details about Tatum Schools, please log on to tatumschools.org.
All right, we are back one more time here in Tatum. I'm Dusty Wyndham. Ava Silver beside me. Of course, on the camera, Oscar Award-winning cinematographer Rob Badger here, helping us out. He's got a smile on his face because he's a very humble guy. That's what it is. So there we go. Well, the Coyotes regaining the lead on the 53-yard touchdown run by Josh Harris. Untouched, by the way. They emptied the backfield. Completely fooled were the Lobos. They took every receiver but not the ball carrier as the quarterback Harris tucks and runs around the right side, had lead blocking. I mean, you can't have it drawn up any better than Coach had it there, and they executed well on that play. 22-14, back to an 8-point lead.
They're doing a really good job this game. I think this is honestly the most coordinated I've seen these guys play, and especially those of them who've been playing together for a while.
Yeah.
But I bet that's the beauty in it, kind of like the girls' basketball team has been, just building a team together and working it.
Speaking of, that's going to be a fun season to watch. A heartbreak at state last season for those Coyotes. And all the way back to pick up the ball. Why did he blow the whistle and start the clock? He blew the whistle inadvertently, so the ball's going to be placed, or are they going to make him re-kick? Yeah, everybody wants to know what's going on. It's early season. What he was trying to tell him was to start the clock because the ball had finally been picked up, but he blew the whistle at the same time. It's inadvertent. You can't re-kick. You got to call it dead there, don't you? I think that's what the rule is. I'm not 100% certain.
I'm not going to pretend to know the rules, but I bet you are right because I don't know. I don't know what you'd call there.
Boy, you talk about some confusion by the striped shirts tonight. They're having first game jitters as well.
Yeah.
You can't re-kick. That ball's dead there. Coach is out there pointing at it. Hey, the ball has to be dead there. That is the rule.
Yeah.
And the referee's just shaking his head. Shakes him off. That's a tough break again for this Coyote team, as they'll have to regroup and kick. 7:18 to go in the first half. Still that 8-point Coyote lead, but everybody having a little trouble so far in this one. So we'll do it again. That's. I mean, the coaching staff is like looking at each other like, how do they?
Right.
You know, like. Well, they're as confused as we are. They need one more player on the field to do these Coyotes, and that'll be a youngster. Man, he's not the biggest kid, I'll tell you that anyways. 44, that is Nathan, is it Nesmith?
Neesmith.
Neesmith,
Yeah.
okay. So Neesmith, the junior. He hustled out there, ready to go, and we'll kick it again. Much shorter kickoff, and it trailed towards out of bounds. It's going to be picked up there by, is that number 9
That was
again?
number 9,
Yeah, so that'll be Damian Baeza for Escalante. What they forget is that's a live ball. It doesn't matter if it's touched or not on the kickoffs.
Yeah.
Once the ball hits the ground, it's anybody's ball once it passes 10 yards. And Baeza wisely fell on it.
Yeah.
Really, Tatum may pick one of those up in this game because they've got a lot of speed there. So we'll see. The ball will be marked right at the 30. Is that correct? Yeah.
That is what it looks like, yeah.
So we'll see if the defense can bend and maybe not break on this particular possession, as it will be the Lobos' ball with 7:17 to go in the first half. So back to, that's going to be Atencio again, and getting just through everybody. They didn't get a hand on Big Salazar that time.
Nope.
The kid's had a game. He's near double-digit tackles already in this first half. Folks, you may have found somebody there that knows how to stop the football.
I think he does. He even last year, by the end of the season, was getting really good, I thought, just being able to look at it and know exactly what to do to get that ball stopped.
Right there, I figure you got to know the timing of the snap count there that the Lobos are using, as they are, well, they give them credit for getting back to the line of scrimmage, so that'll bring up 2nd and 10. This time it's going to be a throw, perhaps. No, he'll try to take off. Atencio will.
Interception.
It looks like it was intercepted, but I'm afraid this back official blew his whistle again, and they're going to call him down, say the knee hit the ground before he released the football, and it's going to be 3rd down. Wow. That's a bit premature. I couldn't tell if his knee hit the ground from here either.
I didn't see it. I don't,
Ms. Martinez definitely not liking the call over here to our
Oh,
left.
no, she is not. I'm on her side.
You
Mika's
talk
right.
about some football knowledge. Mika's got it.
Yes, ma'am. Put her on the mic.
That's right. She helped with the camera at a road game in Clayton last season before the Martinez kid got hurt. The receiver, there was Robert, and who was the receiver? I can't think of his name.
Oh.
His brother. You know, but he.
Oh, yeah, Robert.
Carlos
Yeah, Robert
was quarterback.
receiver,
Robert
Carlos
was
the
the
quarterback.
receiver. There you
I
go.
think Jonas played
Had it
last year,
backwards.
too, yeah.
Yeah, he did. Jonas as well.
All 3 of them.
Now on that long 3rd down play there, he'll stop with a 4th down. It looks like Esparza on the tackle that time. The ball is going to be marked. It'll be a 4th and 8 right about the 32-yard line here. So another chance for this defense to get off the field, and the Coyotes get the ball back with 5:17 and ticking to go in this half. The Martinez kids over the past few years are playing quite a few sports here in Tatum, and all of them doing pretty well from what I've seen anyhow.
Yeah, I think so. It seems like they've been practicing enough that they're working together.
There's
very
the
well.
punt. Sorry, I didn't mean to step on you there.
No, you're all
Ava.
good. You're all good.
It was a little pooch pump with the left foot by Diap, and it barely crosses midfield, gets to about the 46-yard line, maybe the 47 here of the Coyotes. So just 53 yards to go to pay dirt there. Okay, now it's going to be the 46 because I said that. So 54 yards with a little under 5 minutes to go in this half, 4:49. But Yeah, Robert, and of course, again, man, I can't believe I messed up with Carlos's name, so that's my fault. Those two kids were a lot of the offense last season for these Coyotes. And, again, Jonas out there doing his thing. He was very close to blocking that punt just a second ago, as a matter of fact.
And he's pretty young, too. I think he's only a sophomore this year. So
going in motion and taking the reverse handoff that time from Harris is going to be
Garrett Anthony.
Garrett Anthony. He'll pick up about 7, close to 8 yards. We'll call it 7. The official mark's going to be right where the official is. So it'll be on the Lobo side of the field at about the, we'll call it the 47. Closer to the 46 maybe. But second down play here with just about 3 yards to go for the Coyotes. Harris will take it, and he'll run, and he'll get across the first down marker and down to about the 42-yard line, 41 perhaps, and a first down for Tatum with 4:36 remaining now here in this first half. The clock will start again once they get the ball placed, and it will be at the 41, so a 1st and 10 for the Coyotes. And both teams have there's the howl, man. I hadn't heard that one in a while. So, but both teams have moved the ball well. Each team with a mistake or two. Salazar off the field now for Tatum, as they'll give that one to Esparza, who just runs over his own guy. Garrett Anthony took a check in the back that time. And he'll come towards the sideline and wait for the play to be called here from Coach Reed. 22-14 your score, 4:10 remaining. And that was a gain of about, 4 on the play. We'll call it 2nd and 6 now for the Coyotes. Unless there was a penalty, as the clock's ticking. They're just waiting for a play to come in from the sideline. They took a long time to get that play in. And now towards the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to have a whistle here and a stoppage. And I think, got an injured player the other way who's going to limp off the field here for Escalante, but he's walking off under his own power. The limp disappeared near the sideline too, as Patricio Lucero, the 5'4", 145-pound sophomore, will get a breather here. They'll move the ball to the other hash mark now. Again, not real sure why. But 2nd and 6 here. 3:42 remains in this first half. Tatum up 22-14, and they have the ball driving late in this second quarter. The handoff, was it a keeper again by Harris? He is slammed to the ground. Man, he's strong over there, man. That is, again, Baeza. Damian Baeza, whose name we've called several times tonight for the Lobos. Getting Harris and turned him over. And Harris will come to the sideline here for this play. Who you think will be behind center there? That's going to be a good question, as there's a whistle. 3rd and about a yard to go here. I think we'll have a timeout called by Escalante. They didn't like something there that they saw as Harris came off the field. They're like, hey, hold on, who's taking the ball here? They want to make sure everybody's aware. Now it's just a timeout that the officials are taking. Are they going to measure for the first down? I don't see any other reason why the officials would take a timeout here.
Yeah.
Let's keep it here just in case. We're not real sure how they're going to go. I know the teams are both huddled on each side. 3:07 to go. We'll recap for you here. Kyle scoring on their first 2 possessions in tonight's ball game. Had a 14-6 lead at that time. Got a stop against Escalante. Got the ball back, went down and fumbled as Harris lost the ball on the far sideline on a running play. Escalante is able to score. And it was then, a 16, that's what it was, 16-14 score at that point. And Tatum has yet scored again. Now a 3rd and 2, short 2 here for the Coyotes as we're back to action. It's going to be Esparza. He'll get it down to about the 30. That's good enough for a first down here. And no flags, so a first down there for Tatum. They'll sustain the drive. Under 3 minutes now. And Escalante does take a timeout this time. So we will too. Under 3 minutes to go in the first half. Tatum up 22-14, driving late here in the first half, looking for another score. We'll be back with more Coyote football here on, of course, HobbsAmerica.com.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service. Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
Right back here for a 1st and 10 play. Esparza will take the football this time. He'll fall forward for maybe a yard. They were just outside the 26-yard line, the Coyotes were. In fact, he'll not fall forward far enough. They'll lose about a yard here as we're ticking away towards halftime. 2.5 minutes now. As a matter of fact, till we hit that break. Second and a short 11. We'll just call it 11 here, as it was a loss on the play by Esparza. Escalante with the big stop that time. 2:16 and ticking as we go into motion. It'll be Harris, a keeper up the middle. Missing the block was Esparza that time. He barely missed it. Now you're going to have to throw the flag. That should have been a 15-yard flag. It is. It's going to go against number 3 for Escalante, as he just kept trying to push down over. That's Marcelo Baeza this time, the senior, 5'9", senior 4. The Lobos just cost him himself and his team 15 yards and an automatic first down. Who was he blocking against? Because
that was Jonas Martinez. He was like shoving his face in the grass. I don't know what that was about.
Well, he wanted to say that Jonas was holding on to him and pulling him back.
No.
And that's what the argument was for Baeza anyways. The officials didn't see that. And even if it had happened, it happened way late after the play. I missed it, of course. I just looked back and saw it as the crowd was getting into it and pushing. But either way, even if it was something like that where Martinez had him first, it's usually the second guy that gets caught in something like that anyways. So it's 15 extra yards here for your Tatum Coyotes. And a new set of downs as it'll be 1st and 10 from the 10. That's 10-yard line. And so with 2:04 to go in this first half, Coyotes primed to go up another score here. They're up by 8. And the clock now running 2 minutes. We just hit under 2 minutes to go in this first half. Coyotes looking for another 6, perhaps 8 points. 28-14, 30-14 sounds better than 22-14 at half. So
I agree.
The little confusion it looks like on the offense this time as Coach Reed's still yelling out some stuff here. And it will be Esparza on a direct snap. Gets an extra block hiding behind big number 52 for the Coyotes. He will get a gain there of about 4, maybe 3. And number 52, J.C. Johnson again there. Having a good day blocking. Blocked on a long touchdown run there, and now gets that one on the direct step. It's funny how Hasiel, who's not the smallest player on the team, we'll say, is able to hide behind somebody and then bounce out like that. So he stayed low, picks up almost 5. So we're going to call it 2nd and 5. Well, 2nd and goal from the 5 here for these Coyotes as they'll snap the ball, and it's going to be a touchdown run there for the Coyotes. Was that a keeper by Harris? No, that is not Harris.
Hernandez.
That's Hernandez. So Gideon now hearing his name 3 or 4 times in the game. We'll pick up the TD, 28-14 on that play. What a design on the offense that time for Coach Reed. getting across. And now 28-14, your score. So 28-14, let me get that updated on the scoreboard as they'll get it back. It'll be Harris this time on the keeper. He will not make it. He's going to be just short of the 2-point conversion there. A good tackle by Escalante, and that's a tall kid there. Number 20, I'm trying to get his other number. We'll get it as he runs to the sideline, but 28-14 is where we stand at this point with is it just 54 seconds to go, less than a minute to play here in the half. Looks like 25 perhaps was the young man.
No.
And,
I wish
or
he would
26
turn around, yeah.
perhaps. That's Gabriel Chavez.
Mm-hmm.
So Chavez with the stop that time for Escalante, but 28-14, we'll keep it here before we take the long break after the halftime buzzer sounds here in Tatum. We'll try to get you some scores from around the county, maybe over from Artesia as well, as the Carlsbad Cavemen and Artesia Bulldogs are doing battle. Lovington getting bumped up into that classification this season, so that's going to be a little bit different. And you know, it's going to look a little different out here for these Coyotes with the youth, but so far so good. They've got a 14-point lead here, just 54 seconds before the half. Ava, a lot of action so far in the ball game, but anything standing out to you from the Tatum side?
I just think we're flowing really well, especially for this being our first game.
Yeah.
I think it's been a good one, and we're doing a really good job at figuring out how we want to run our defense and how we want to push through on offense, just hitting gaps that I don't even see out there, which is amazing. But I think we're doing a really good job this season so far.
They always say a great back only needs a sliver of space to make things happen. I think he's had a little more than a sliver most of the time so far in this one.
Right.
But the offensive line doing a really good job so far. They've had a couple of letdowns, but not many early on in this game. And, of course, penalties have played a big part in this first half as well.
Yeah. I definitely think it's interesting to watch these younger players kind of step into a lot of different roles as we graduated a lot of our seniors, and just watching everybody find their place, like Hasiel kicking off right now.
So Esparza gets his foot into this one. It'll bounce, and it's picked up on one bounce. It looks like Atencio. And up the middle he goes. Now cuts it right. He's across the 40, 45. Finally tackled at about the 47-yard line. But a good return, and with 45 seconds to go, just about 53 yards for this Lobo team to tighten the score up before that halftime buzzer. Good tackle made on that far side. It looked like that was Esparza on the tackle as well. So we'll see what Diap, Atencio, and Farrell can wrangle up here with 45 seconds to go before the half. 28-14 Coyotes. They're on defense in black. On the other side in white, of course, are the Lobos. And I think we're going to have movement and a 5-yard penalty here. So that'll back them up a bit more on the false start. And it came from this near side on the offensive line. And it looks like that is actually going to be number 1, Jeremiah Martinez, who moved quickly there, the senior player, for this Lobo squad. So the ball now back to about the 42-yard line, a 1st and 15 for the Lobos. Pardon me. Diap gives it off. And Farrell loses the football. It bounces forward to a Lobo, though, and just in the right place at the right time. That time was number 56, and that is Jerome Montoya for the Lobos. The junior will recover it right at the line of scrimmage, or a couple of yards we'll give them. So 3 yards, they'll say. And it'll be at the 45-yard line. 2nd down and about 12 to go here now for the Lobos. Diap in the backfield again. He'll take it. And he'll hand off to Atencio on the right side. He's got some space, but brought down finally there. So he's a couple of yards short, about a yard short of the first down there. A timeout. No, they didn't call a timeout. So the clock expired And we have reached the halftime break, folks. Coyotes up 28-14. Both teams heading back to make some adjustments. We'll do so as well right after these messages. Your Coyotes up, though, 28-14 at the half.
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Remember, kid, there's heroes and there's legends. Heroes get remembered, but legends never die.
Legendary Services would like everyone to recognize the Tatum Coyote team and coaches for a season filled with hard work and dedication. Everyone at Legendary Services is extremely proud of each and every one of you. Best of luck in this game and shoot for a finish in a legendary way.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely, the Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
The Tatum Schools are a proud sponsor of this live broadcast. Tatum Schools are very proud of every single student. With the dedication in the classroom and the dedication in your community, you've made all of Tatum and Lee County very proud. All your hard work is paying off, Coyotes. The entire staff, faculty, and administration wish you the best of luck. For more details about Tatum Schools, please log on to tatumschools.org.
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
All right, we're back here in Tatum, New Mexico. I'm Dusty Wyndham. Ava and Rob taking a bit of a break here as we're back at halftime. The Coyotes leading 28-14 here over the Escalante Lobos. So far, so good for Tatum. Again, a young team. We were talking about that earlier, how much younger they were than a season ago, but so far, so good. They've had a couple of miscues in that first half, including a Josh Harris fumble and a couple of penalties that were costly. However, Harris with 2 long runs and a couple of scores there in this 28-14 lead for these Coyotes. So not too bad a debut as a starting quarterback really here for the Coyotes in this 24 season. Off to a good start, 28-14 lead defensively. A couple of breakdowns, but really that's about it. So far they've hit well. They've been able to follow the ball well on this offense of the Lobos, as so far Salazar really standing out defensively for your Tatum Coyotes in this ball game, and doing just about everything. He leads the team in tackles, I'm going to say, there in that first half, as things have gotten really well done for that defense in there under Coach Reed, his first season here in Tatum, taking over a team that lost in the opening round of the playoffs last season, did the Coyotes, on a trip over to, I believe it was Melrose. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Melrose. Tough team in that 8-man division here in New Mexico. But the Coyotes now young and with a new look here. And on the scoreboard, 28-14 leaders here at the half. We got about 9 minutes till the action begins again. I'm going to come back here in a few minutes with more scores from around the county and some more thoughts on the first half. But your Coyotes in the lead, 28-14 at half.
Attention shoppers. This big grocery items throughout their store. Save big produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Remember, kid, there's heroes and there's legends. Heroes get remembered, but legends never die.
Legendary Services would like everyone to recognize the Tatum Coyote team and coaches for a season filled with hard work and dedication. Everyone at Legendary Services is extremely proud of each and every one of you. Best of luck in this game and shoot for a finish in a legendary way.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
The Tatum Schools are a proud sponsor of this live broadcast. Tatum Schools are very proud of every single student. With the dedication in the classroom and the dedication in your community, you've made all of Tatum and Lee County very proud. All your hard work is paying off, Coyotes. The entire staff, faculty, and administration wish you the best of luck. For more details about Tatum Schools, please log on to tatumschools.org.
All right, back again. I'm Dusty Wyndham here for HobbsAmerica.com. I'm going to catch you up on some of these scores from around the state, actually. According to Max Prep's scoreboard, we've got about 6 minutes and 45 seconds till we get action started here in Tatum again. The Coyotes leading over Escalante 28-14 here at the half. Looks like scores are from across the state. Melrose 6, getting beat by 10. Haxton, Haxtun, not real sure who that is, but 16-6 leaders over Melrose at the moment. Valencia 20-7 leaders over Kirtland Central here in Friday night action. Don't have a score from Clayton and Springfield yet. Don't have anything from Logan and Magdalena. Let's see, Clovis and Farmington in progress as well. No score there yet reported, as is the case with Highland and Manzano. Portales and Goddard, what a start to the season for both of those two teams. Really strong scores there. They've got it listed in the first quarter, still nothing here on Max Preps. Gateway Christian 30, Cloudcroft nothing at the moment. Man, that's still a first quarter score according to Max Preps, but 30-0 there. Nothing from Cibola and Albuquerque. 7-6 score as Las Vegas Robertson right now a lead over Socorro. That a first quarter score as well. La Cueva and Volcano Vista just underway as we started at about an hour earlier than most schools are tonight here in Tatum. That's a number 1 and number 9 matchup in the 6A classification, so that one ought to be good, but scoreless in the first quarter there at Volcano Vista. Gallup and their opponent, no score yet. Hobbs and Lovington, I don't have a score. I'm going to click on it, though, see if there's anything Nothing so far. They're listed. Rio Grande and Aztec, no score yet. Number 5, Las Cruces, the Bulldogs taking on the Mayfield Trojans here. 7-0 Las Cruces in the first half there. Legacy Academy 12, Laguna Acoma nothing in a first quarter score. Thoreau and Tucumcari no score. Duncan and Lordsburg no score. Elida and Carrizozo no score yet. Right now, Artesia, ranked 3rd, is in that 4A classification, excuse me. Now, 8-0 leaders over the Carlsbad Cavemen. That's a first quarter score. Nothing from Wingate and Newcomb or Deming and Alamogordo. 6-0 number 2 Cleveland over number 4 Centennial in the first quarter. There, let's see, nothing from Zuni and the Academy. Let's see, Gadsden and Chaparral in the second quarter, no score reported. First quarter score, Grants 12, Miyamura nothing so far. Miyamura, yeah, there it is. I knew I'd say it right eventually. Mountain Air and Grady, no score. And I think, let's see, I just got a couple more scores for you. Nothing doing for Capital and Santa Fe. Nothing second quarter. West Las Vegas, 7-0 lead over Hatch Valley in the first. Eunice ahead of Ruidoso, 19-6. That a first quarter score from Eunice. Pewaukee Valley, 7-0 leaders over Crown Point in the first quarter. And that's all the scores I have reported so far on Max Preps. Of course, I am going to reach out to a couple of my colleagues across Lee County to try to get a couple of scores from Lovington and perhaps Dexter for Jowl, as that'd be everybody in Lee County. We're here in Tatum, 28-14. You know that score. We reported that several times already. Got about 3 minutes before we get rolling again in the second half. A couple of thoughts on the first half. We'll have Ava Slover with us here as she's getting the headset put back on. Rob Badger cleaned the lens, and nobody cleans the lens like that, man. I'm going to tell you now, getting it ready to go here. And something being pointed out. Hold on. Thank you. 17-0 the score in Lovington. Hobbs losing to the Wildcats, state champions from a season ago. Of course, they got bumped up a classification. Hobbs already in a higher classification, not doing much there, but 17-0 leaders are the Wildcats over the Hobbs Eagles. Well, that's only 3 points more than the Coyotes lead it here. First half action, I was talking to the folks at home there, Ava, as I thought Salazar really stood out in the first half defensively. Nothing taken away from anybody else out there, but he's really been the bright spot for the Coyote defense in the first half. Offensively, well, Harris has looked good at times and not as good during the fumble anyways. But Josh doing a pretty good job for a sophomore and being the general out there for this Coyote offense. Coach Reed's got to be pleased at halftime with a lead in his first ever head coaching gig here for the Tatum Coyotes. And I don't know if you know Coach Reed much or if you've seen him much on campus. No, not so far. Oh, let me unmute you. I did that.
No, I have not, actually. I don't have him in class or anything because he teaches American government, and I have that through the JC. But I've heard a lot of good things, especially from people in my grade and other grades who have his class. And the football boys, they seem to like him quite a bit. And I haven't, from what he's doing out here, I like him too.
He's got him playing well. It's the opponents out for the second half on the field already. About a minute 20 to go with this half.
Manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
Remember, kid, there's heroes and there's legends. Heroes get remembered, but legends never die.
Legendary Services would like everyone to recognize the Tatum Coyote team and coaches for a season filled with hard work and dedication. Everyone at Legendary Services is extremely proud of each and every one of you. Best of luck in this game and shoot for a finish in a legendary way.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
The Tatum Schools are a proud sponsor of this live broadcast. Tatum Schools are very proud of every single student. With the dedication in the classroom and the dedication in your community, you've made all of Tatum and Lee County very proud. All your hard work is paying off, Coyotes. The entire staff, faculty, and administration wish you the best of luck. For more details about Tatum Schools, please log on to tatumschools.org.
Half number 2 of game number 1. That for the Tatum Coyotes this season. Coyotes will be kicking off as they lead at 28-14 as we begin quarter number 3 here in Coyote Country. Fans continuing. It's a bigger crowd now than when the game started. Of course, it's a little cooler out.
Yeah.
So here we are. It's fumbled off the kickoff by, looks like number 3. That's who it was. Had a chance to catch that. It'll go off him. And Marcelo Baeza, young man who also got the big penalty, wrestling with Jonas Martinez earlier, has another miscue. First cost him his team 15 points, or 15 yards and perhaps points on that drive. Now gives the ball right back over to Tatum. You couldn't script it any better for the Coyotes.
No, you could not. We are working really well, and we've had a lot of luck this game.
Yeah, you really have, but at the same time, the bounces bounce the way they're going to.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do a whole lot different. And here it is. It's going to be a Esparza on the first carry from the opponent's 44-yard line. He'll gain a couple maybe.
Yeah.
They give him 3. Nope, now they bring it back. Now they throw it back to the middle. There's a gain of 3, so it will be second down now here and about 7, Ava. What do you think? Who's getting it this time? Let's throw a prediction out.
Harris.
Yep, you're right. Around the right side.
That's okay, I saw him.
Yeah, he's going to get about 4 or 5 on the play. He's going to be just about a yard and a half shy. If they mark him there where he was on the sideline, which would be the 36-yard line. So a third and about 2, we'll call it. So big play here. Do they go up the middle or around the side? We don't know yet. They fake the snap there as everybody gets ready. Now near side receiver will check back up near the line of scrimmage. 4 seconds left. Now they'll get the play off just in time. Esparza, they hold on to him. He's too strong.
Yeah.
Escapes the up. Now he's there again. Look at the stiff arm. They'll bring him down at about the 11-yard line. What a run there by Esparza. He would not be denied.
He is running the ball tonight. I have not seen him get this much contact or this much yardage.
Well, to be honest, they had a kid just dragging him down from behind by the jersey, by the tail of his shirt. And he'll get through. This ball will be marked. Where do they end up marking it? It's right at the 10. Yep, so first and goal from the 10. Either way, then it looked like he was stopped. Cooper Kirby up the middle. He'll get a stiff arm off and make it into the end zone. 34-14 your score now. Good run by Cooper Kirby that time. And nobody saw it coming. The coach's fist bumping down there. That's a great play call. Great play call. So here we are again with the Coyotes taking advantage of the first turnover of the game by the Lobos here. And they're able to get it into the end zone. 20-point lead with 10-12 to go in the third quarter now. As the Coyotes, well, just took possession off the turnover by Baeza. And now on that one, Harris will throw it. It's going to be incomplete. It'll bounce to the receiver on the 2-point conversion. So another one fails here. But a 20-point lead, 34-14. And now they'll kick it off again. Maybe the Lobos will hold on to it here as T-shirts are flying in the stands, folks. No telling what it is. Maybe Aubrey's got the arm to get it up here. I bet she does.
Yeah.
I bet she does. as the Coyote cheerleaders are sharing the wealth out here. 10-12 to go in this third quarter. Coyotes up 34-14. We'll be back again in just a few moments.
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
All right, we're back again. 34-14 lead for your Tatum Coyotes as HobbsAmerica.com is back again for another season of Coyote Sports here. The good folks at Tatum helping us out. They've been really good to us over the past couple of seasons anyways. That's how long I've been back with HobbsAmerica.com group. And I tell you, you couldn't find a better place to work. I'm telling you, just good folks all the way around here. Ava said she's not saying anything because they'll just think she's, kissing up or something.
I will kiss up to Tatum anytime. I think we do.
And by the
have
way,
a lot of good people.
A Maddox Foundation Scholarship awardee. Hey, that's huge. That is a big deal. Everybody knows it is, and you should be really proud of that. A lot of hard work goes into it.
Yes, sir.
It is going to be the young man who missed the tackle on the Kirby touchdown run moments ago that receives it, Damian Baeza this time. And it'll be Escalante football right at midfield. So 34-14 lead, but I got a couple of scores relayed in from Tiffany Stuber, extraordinary producer for us back at One Radio Square to make sure we're always sounding good and that we're on. So now I got to bring that message back up before we get started here. Diap back behind center. It is 21-6 Eunice over Ruidoso. As it'll be Diap keeping. He'll go to the left side. Tackle finally made there. Good hit there by Harris. Salazar to wipe it up after the initial hit. And Jow, well, the Panthers not faring so well in the first quarter. 24-0. They are losing to the Dexter Demons over in Dexter. That run was a 7-yard run here for Diap that time. And it'll be 2nd and 3 for the Lobos. Salazar again all over the place defensively. Harris has really had a good defensive game too. I don't want to leave him out.
Has, yeah.
So it's going to be Diap again trying to push that pile ahead. He gets behind his blockers, pushes. Oh, and he's finally brought down here in Coyote territory. A first down all the way to the 37-yard line. So that's where we'll have a 1st and 10 here. Still 9:20 to go, and now ticking as the referee winds the clock to play. Man, it cooled down so quick. Like I feel like it's cool. It's probably still 90 degrees.
Right. Hey, it feels a lot cooler than the sun beating down in metal stands.
I'm sure the folks at home can see it better now. No more glare on that camera. Rob Badger doing wonderful work for us here tonight. 20-point lead for your Coyotes, but it's the Lobos driving at the 37. They'll give it off to Atencio. Atencio brought down in the backfield by Cooper Kirby. That's Cooper is a senior, right?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And so they'll get about a half yard. Maybe they'll give him a full yard on the play. We'll call it 2nd and 9 here for the Lobos. Diap. They've had more success working left than they have right in this game. I've noticed that offensively. And in the middle, it's just been clogged up both ways. Neither team really getting much through the middle.
Yeah.
The touchdown run a minute ago by Kirby was up the middle. And Esparza hiding down behind the blockers again.
Right.
This one's direct snap. Now the pitch on the option. It will be Atencio taking the pitch, and he is pinched at about the, I don't know, we're going to call it the 34. So it's going to be a 3rd and about 6 yards. Maybe it's a long 6.
Yeah.
We'll call it 3rd down, though. And the tackle made there again for the Coyotes. I thought over there it was number 13. I may be wrong, but that's the number I saw.
Well, I'm not sure.
And I'm not sure if he was there first or not, and that would have been Brian Gomez. Another one of the few seniors on this Coyote team.
Right.
So now it'll be Diap going left. As we said, he'll bounce off one, slips another tackle, and the two Coyotes hit each other in, well, the big man, that's Dusty over there. And now a man down for oh, man, yeah, he is down. The young man is on the play. 7:20 to go. It's going to be a 4th and about a yard here for Escalante. And I'm just going to go by powers of deduction. That is Diap down on the field. And he would be a big loss for this squad.
Yeah.
So I think we'll step away as they're taking a peek at him. We're going to run one ad. Hopefully we'll be back in time for this 4th and 1 play coming up from the 28-yard line of the Coyotes. It is Escalante threatening here. We'll be back.
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
And we are back again. Yes, we are. HobbsAmerica.com. I'm Dusty Wyndham. Up off the turf is Diap. He was the young man who was down for the Lobos there. He's played quarterback, if you will. It's really a very much ground-oriented offense here. And he'll come off the field. I bet you see him back in. Doesn't even look like he's going to get taped up. It looked like a lower limb deal, maybe an ankle. But he's a little ginger on it over there. So into the game will be, is that 18? That's what I'm seeing here for the Lobos. Number 18 would be Julio Lujan, a sophomore DB, defensive back. But now under center, actually they're going to move Atencio, and then they're going to use 18 as a blocker. There you go. Atencio will take the snap, and he is hammered at the line of scrimmage. That will not be a first down. Coyotes defense holds. And that was a Esparza on the stop that time. One running back to another. Hey, man, I'm not letting you over here. It is Kyle ball at about the 30-yard line. So a loss of 2 on the play, man. That's a great defensive stand for these Coyotes. And with 6:58 to go in this third quarter, a 20-point lead and the ball here for Tatum. So we said the usual suspects' names before we started. That's what we've seen a lot of tonight, with some touches of Gideon Hernandez here. You've seen, we didn't really mention Garrett Anthony before the game too much, and he's had a fine game. It's Esparza breaking through the right side. His face mask gets across again. Only one man to beat, and this time he's driven into the ground is Esparza. Good hit that time, and Esparza's down. Could be a shoulder there as his arm. It looked like his shoulder hit first, and he was driven to the ground. It was a good tackle. Nothing dirty by Braylon Emery, number 11 here for the Lobos. And now, both sides getting bitten by the injury bug a little bit here. As everybody down to a knee on both sides. And coach talking with Esparza. It looks like maybe a cramp. Yep, they're going to stretch him. But it looked like it went hard.
He did go down face hard first, so I was like, oh.
Yeah, and again, just a good tackle. Nothing dirty there. On the other side. But that turf, not very forgiving when you go straight into a shoulder. And now the training staff running to get maybe some fluids or a little something for him, I tell you, it's been hot. It's easy to get dehydrated out here. I've been told you got to start hydrating 3 days before the event to get through an event in the heat.
For sure.
Up is Esparza. He'll get a hand from the crowd as he's under his own power, stands up on the sideline talking with Salazar there and smiling a bit. So he'll get stretched out. Better get a drink here, though.
Yeah.
Now, that being said, he gets the ball all the way down Well, he was about the 30 when he got hit. So there was a penalty that I missed watching Esparza there as the ball's all the way down to the 20-yard line for your Coyotes. Now, in the backfield, you'll have Kirby stepping in with Harris.
Yeah.
And that'll be the low man in the backfield. You'll have a man wide right. You've got a slot and basically a tight end on the left side. Harris will keep. He'll try to go left now. He'll throw before he gets to the line of scrimmage. It's caught. And a touchdown there. Harris pays for it, though. He was absolutely drilled. A lot of courage to hang on to that. And that looks like it. Was that Tucker?
I think that was Jason Tucker.
Yeah. He's wearing number 8. We have him listed as 9 on our roster here. And the touchdown does stand. 40 points now on the board for your Coyotes. A 26-point lead as they get into this 2-point conversion attempt here. They are on the north side of the field and ready to go. Esparza still getting a break here. It's going to be going into motion, but not able to get there. The first contact, he won. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Did the ball carrier there. Is that 13?
I think that was Gomez.
Yeah, it is. Brian Gomez there. Gomez gave the lick the first time, took the lick the second hit. So it falls short. Another conversion that does not meet approval here for the officials. 40-14, though, your score with 6:36 to go in the third quarter. We'll keep it here as we'll line up for a long kick. And there you go, Aubrey Young being introduced here over the PA system. A volleyballer, a basketball player, and a cheerleader as well.
And a track athlete. Yeah, she does it all.
Track, I believe. That girl can run.
Oh, yeah.
No doubt. I had a blast with volleyball and basketball last season. Of course, that's when you and another young man, Derek Fultz, who we're missing here tonight as he's graduated and moved on. I did talk to him a little bit over the summer, a couple of times. He called once, and we miss you out there, Derek, if you're watching. So there you go. But another big score here. Ava came along during basketball season. I needed the help. I didn't have anybody helping out, and Ava's like, hey, I got this. She steps in. I'm just like, by the second game, I'm like, here, it's yours. You take it. You know this. And she really excelled last year, folks. And she excels in the classroom now. I know that for certain after what we said earlier. On the volleyball court, she excels. I'm just going to tell you that.
Yeah, no.
She said no. Too much humility. But up in the broadcast booth, top-notch announcer here. So Tatum will be proud of the young lady and the young men out on the field here tonight. 40-14 lead for your Tatum Coyotes. 6:36 to go in the third quarter. So a 26-point lead, another score would put them up over 30. I think it's 35. The clock starts running. 50. The game is over here in New Mexico ball. Did you hear a late whistle again? Did you hear he blew the whistle again?
Yeah.
They just ignored him this time, and that's going to be Atencio with the big return. He's had a couple of big returns here in the game. Now out to the Coyote 40-yard line across midfield, and 40 yards to pay dirt are the Lobos here. Diep back out on the field as well. That's good to see. Don't want to see anybody getting hurt. Let's see. Back out on defense now are the Coyotes. You've got big man Dusty over there. That's a big kid. I don't care what you say. That man does his job on both sides of the ball. Salazar, the defensive stud so far in the game for this Tatum squad. Now we have a whistle, and do we have a timeout call? No, they're just moving to the other side. Never mind.
No, I definitely think it's a good thing Alonzo Salazar and Dusty Moorhead have another year because we're going to need them.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and this is a young team all the way around. You see some success to build on this season. This is going to be a juggernaut of a team in the next couple of seasons.
Oh, yeah.
Now, look, they've got Diep coming out wide now. Looks like they may want to try to put the ball in the air. Atencio behind center, if you will. By himself, I still think it's going to be a run or a reverse as in motion. And getting the handoff is the receiver there, number 11. And he'll get finally drugged down at about the 20-yard line after a big gain, 23 yards, 22 yards there. And that's Braylon Emery. So I saw it coming down. Diep is the decoy on that play, it looked like. as he was back on this side. He's back probably under center. Will they split him wide right this time? Either way, you got to watch out. He does have some speed. He's strong. And if you're not watching for the pass in a game like this, you will get burned, as they do run the ball most of the time. Do we have a penalty after the play? I didn't see the indication. The ball should be at about the 20, 21-yard line. Now here comes the official out. Face mask on the Coyotes. What's that? 4 on the Coyotes, 1 the other way, I think.
4
in the ball
or
game.
5, yeah. Or I guess 5 altogether.
5 total is what I think. And 4 of them in the first half alone. 4 of them in the first 2 drives, really. So that's going to take the ball all the way down to the 10 because they can only go half the distance. It cannot be at the 5. Coach threw something out there for the official to, I guess, wipe down the ball. He'll put it back. No, he lost his down and distance clicker. That's what he did. And Coach got it back to him. So now a tough spot, 1st and 10 here for the Lobos. It'll be a run up the middle and stop short of the goal line at about the 2 this time after the Coyote tackle. And tackle was Harris. Was that Atencio on the run, or was it the it was Atencio.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've got the score bot just a little bit messed up here, as I've been pushing buttons on my phone apparently while in between plays. You'll have a 2nd and 4 from the 4 here, 2nd and goal from the 4. Let me back that up. Coyotes still leading despite my scoreboard. And now there's a run up the middle. That's going to be the Yap. He'll be in for the touchdown to make it now 40, by the way, as I'll get that back here. There we go, 40-20, back to a 20-point contest here. The Coyotes still in the lead after giving up that score to the ball carrier that time, Diap. So 40-20, 5:34 to go, still 3rd quarter here. And a 2-point conversion pending here for the Escalante Lobos. Let's see. They'll direct snap again to Atencio. He'll go around the right side, takes the hit from Kirby, but makes it across in time for this score. So now 40-22, back to just an 18-point game here with 5:34 to go in the 3rd. Coyotes will be getting the ball back with that 18-point lead when we come back with more Coyote football on HobbsAmerica.com.
Remember, kid, there's heroes and there's legends. Heroes get remembered, but legends never die.
Legendary Services would like everyone to recognize the Tatum Coyote team and coaches for a season filled with hard work and dedication. Everyone at Legendary Services is extremely proud of each and every one of you. Best of luck in this game and shoot for a finish in a legendary way.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Back for more Tatum Coyote football here on HobbsAmerica.com. I'm Dusty Wyndham, Ava Slover. Beside me with the color commentary tonight, Rob Badger on the lens, if you will. Coyotes leading 40-22 after that Escalante touchdown just a few moments ago. Kicked now and received at about the 28-yard line by the Coyotes. And a good little run back that time on the return out across the 45-yard line to about the 47. Yeah, Ethan Garcia. Another name. I was going to say just a moment ago.
Yeah.
Hernandez, Anthony, of course Salazar, and Brian Gomez. We've called him a few times. Ethan Garcia. Like those are new names to me, really, because you didn't see these gentlemen as much last season with the depth the team had.
Oh, yeah. Well, I know Brian didn't play last season, and the other guys that might have played in junior high But they're all freshmen, so it's really nice to see them come up and be as willing to work at it as they are. And Cooper Kirby.
Yep, Kirby will take it out for about 3, maybe 4 yards there on the handoff up the middle from Harris. And they'll mark it back a little bit more. Now, I think that's a good call right there. So now right at midfield, nose is just short of midfield. We'll call it the 49. A 2nd and 6 play coming here for Tatum. And they're taking some time getting the play call in here. Don't know if there's confusion or what. Now the Lobo fans across the way making some noise. That's a long trip to have that much energy to yell. I tell you what, I salute them. It'll be Harris on the keeper around the right side. He'll be about a yard shy of the first down. We have a late flag here, pardon me. Came in from behind the play, about where there was a block happening there. Yeah, it looked like there were 2 of them going at it there a little bit. And we'll see what the official call is here. It's going to be a horse collar tackle on the other side. Wow, so that's going to be a personal foul on a first down. That'll move the ball ahead. So an automatic first down for the Coyotes. They were about a yard shy of the first down when the flag came out. Now they've definitely got it. With a 40-22 lead, there's 4:39 remaining in the third quarter, and the ball all the way down to the Lobo 30-yard line. So we'll see as they are right now getting closer to pay dirt what Harris does here. He'll hand it off up the middle. Cooper Kirby, he'll go left. After he breaks through the line, he picks up about 5 on the play. So he's averaging about 5, really.
There you go.
As, that's what he's been able to do so far with I guess Esparza's still on the sideline. Yeah, he is, I see. And again, until he got injured last season, he was a beast for these Coyotes.
Oh, yeah.
Carlos Martinez, hardest man I've seen to bring down in a long time. Now just sitting down the way here from us after graduating last season. Played a little basketball himself as well. So now it'll be Harris. He'll keep this time. Good block by Kirby there. Good tackle, and now another flag coming out late from the far side. What are you going to call this time? They're going to call it against the Coyotes, I can already tell you. He's already pointed back. And I'm waiting to see what this call is. It looked like a clean tackle and a clean run.
That's what I thought.
I didn't see anything there. Who are you going to call the hold on, though? Okay, they're going to call a hold on the Coyotes, so it'll still be first down here. It was a 2nd and 5 play, so now 2nd and, depending on where they mark it, if they just go 10 yards, well, from the spot, it should be a little closer to that. Let's see. They're going to have it at about the 40? Yep. Oh, 35, excuse me. 35-yard line, so 2nd and 15 now after the play. I thought the hold came way upfield. Should be 10 yards from the spot, but either way. So the Coyotes will line up again. Esparza back in the backfield here for Tatum. Harris will take it. He gives it right to Esparza. He'll go up the middle. He's after about a 3-yard gain here. Now the Coyotes appealing to the official for a flag on something there. They didn't get it. And I really do think that with that many Coyotes pointing to it, they probably had something to say.
Yeah.
But that's not the call. It doesn't work out for the Coyotes, so it'll be a 3rd and 13 here as they'll continue to work the football down the field. They're nearing pay dirt, but they stalled after the hold call there. It is going to be another run stopped right about the original line of scrimmage. 4th and 10 it'll be, as that was, number 13, and that is Ethan, or Brian Gomez, excuse me, again. And he's looked good out there on his touches today. So the offense will stay on the field here. We've got it at 4th and 10 officially. For the Coyotes here, we'll see if they put the ball in the air with the long down and distance here. 2:40 and ticking remaining in the third quarter. they're gonna have to call the timeout there. Coach Reed will call it from the sideline as they were running out of play clock. Would have had a delay of game, which would have backed them up 5 more yards and made this an even tougher 4th down play. 4th and 10 for Tatum. They lead it though, 40-22 over the Lobos here. It's officially the school year now. That's the way I say it. When football starts, it's the school year officially. So, again, volleyball already underway and a victory in their first matchup over Dora. And, volleyball will be looking to improve upon last season. They were young last season. I thought it was a young squad last year. And they really came along late in the year. A few other names I remember from last year. Valeria Acosta, right? Valeria, that's right. Yeah, and then Acosta was the girl I worked with in JAL last season doing baseball and softball. And that's her name, Valeria Acosta. So I spaced it, but she had such a good second half of the basketball season. Valeria did here for a team that was just they looked unbeatable heading to the state tournament.
I know.
And it's a different ball game. Tournament ball is. It gets called differently, and that was a long trip. Of course, the altitude up there is tough to deal with as well. But great season for them. The boys basketball team ready to improve on last season as well. They get a lot of kids back, too.
They do. They really do. Because we only had, I think, 3 or 4 seniors last year.
Yep. So getting to the quarterback, Harris, who had to throw the ball away. Too much pressure that time were the Lobos, and the Coyotes will turn it over on downs. The incomplete pass will give the ball back over at the 30-yard line to the Lobos. Marcelo Baeza with a really good quarterback pressure that time. He had a couple miscues in the game, the fumble and the penalty, but this time, not so much. He's able to get to Harris. Harris had to throw it away. Luckily, he had enough on the ball that it got over the heads of everybody. And so now Escalante, with the 1st and 10 from the 30, their own 30. It's going to be Diap, and he'll break a couple tackles, finally get wrestled down. Looks like the ball came loose.
Yep.
Somebody whistled the play dead, but we've got a touchdown if it stands. Coach is going to be upset. You don't blow the whistle just because the ball hits the ground. It wasn't a throw.
No. Well, and the ref called it.
That would be a Josh Harris touchdown.
Yeah.
Nope, they're going to call it 2nd down. That's ridiculous. I got to say that. I agree with Miss Martinez over here. So they're gonna give him what? The original line of scrimmage anyway? That's wrong too. They hit him 3 yards in the backfield.
Yeah.
2nd and 10. That is not good, but the Coyotes will have to overcome not just their opponent, but some tough officiating tonight. Here, there's another fumble. This time the kid was there. Is the way Coach Reed is pointing, and it will remain with Tatum. They fall on it just in time, but they'll lose a couple of yards on the play.
Yeah.
Boy, that was tough. So that should be, 2nd then and about 12. Now they'll confer. How come y'all didn't get together on the last one?
Ooh, that would be too ezy for us, I guess.
Minute 36 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Still a 40-22 lead. If they give the ball back over, I think Coach will come unglued on the sideline. I wouldn't. So 3 straight fumbles, basically, is what we're seeing here.
I guess, yeah.
They got 2 of them wrong. Oh, well, the flag. I forgot about the flag. So it's going to be a procedure penalty. That will go against Anderson as well, or Garrett as well, Anthony. Garrett Anthony as well, because he went into motion.
Yeah.
And he moved forward just a bit before he came down. Although, really, I don't think he did. That's just my opinion. And I'm not down on the field calling the game.
Yeah.
Hats off to the gentlemen who do. It's a tough gig. Nobody's ever happy with you if you're an official, ever. So it will be Tatum ball. They lose, 6 yards on the play, or 5 yards on the play. As the penalty was taken, Harris keeps. He gets pummeled on that far side, and he's down. He's writhing in pain, trying to get up, and he cannot do it. We're going to have to take a quick break here as there will be a stoppage of play. 1:22 remaining in the third, and a Coyote player down. It is not Harris, by the way. We'll have the young man's name and number when we get back. Definitely in pain. 1:22 remaining in the third, 40-22. Coyotes lead it. We'll be back.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Sorry for the silence there as we were trying to figure out who the young man was. It's Gideon Hernandez. Over on the other side, he does get up and limps off under his own power. Coming out, he took a hit. So it was him on the carry, by the way, on that far side. And I heard the collision from here. That'll make it a 2nd and 13 now, for the Coyotes. Good to see him up under his own power, though. As the injury bug did bite the Coyotes towards the end of last season, where they're hoping to avoid that. Harris gets the snap. Keeper all the way. He'll go right, get up to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and 10 here after the 3-yard gain. Another big tackle. And I didn't see a flag there. Did they stop the clock? No, it's rolling. So with 60 seconds remaining in this third quarter and an 18-point lead, Coyotes can knock at the door, but this is a big, long third down play. Oh, are you not on? Ooh, yeah, I had to. I muted you. I must have hit it again.
That's okay.
So fast, I hit it twice. You see that?
Just good like that.
Speedy Gonzalez here. Actually, no, I'm Dusty Wyndham. Ava Silver beside me. Rob Badger here. Clock ticking at 32 seconds. Now a flag again. It's going to be another procedure penalty here for the Coyotes, and it's going to go against Garrett Anthony. Coach Reed kind of grabbing his hat and rubbing his head there a bit. 31 seconds remaining in the quarter now. The ball back 5 yards. 3rd and 15 now for the Coyotes. Wow, Jow down 36-0 according to the announcer here to Dexter. That's a team that won a state title 2 seasons ago.
Wow. I guess that does happen. Yeah.
Last season in that 2A classification, it was Texaco and Eunice both. Somehow that ball is caught after Harris took a big shot there from Diap and from big number 3 again,
Tucker,
Baeza in there. Tucker makes the catch, but that makes it 4th and 14. He just couldn't get rid of that ball. It was tipped at the line. It hung up. Usually that's an interception, but wisely coming back was Tucker to get to that ball. And that'll end the third quarter here in Tatum, New Mexico, where the hometown Coyotes
service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
All right, back again here for the fourth quarter. Coyotes leading. They have the football down at about the 33, 34-yard line of the Lobos, but fourth down and 14, they're going to need a big play here. And they really haven't thrown much, and when they have, Harris has really taken a beating back there. So he'll keep on the run up the middle. That's as good as anything right there. It's a short gain, and we'll go back over to the Lobos at about the 31-yard line. And so a turnover on downs for the Coyotes here, but they do lead it by more than 2 scores. Even with the conversions, you could only get 16. They'd still have a 2-point lead there.
Right.
And with 11:54 to go, it'll be up to the defense here to make a stop, and then that would pretty much, in my book, do it.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on how fast the stop is. I mean, they might get it on the first play, you know.
I guess you never know,
I might shut up a little bit here.
No.
So, again, I'm Dusty Wyndham. Ava Slover beside me. Of course, Rob Badger on the camera here for HobbsAmerica.com tonight. It's Diep going to pass over the middle, and they leave him wide open. Baeza can't hold on to it. Had him wide open. Could have been 6 because the Coyotes fooled on the play. Of course, like I said, they don't throw very often. But they realize they need 3 scores to achieve victory here, and that's with some stops.
Yeah.
So they've got to get the ball down the field pretty quick as we're down to 11:48 to go. Now a week from tonight, I'm going to leave home, I don't know, probably 4 in the morning. Just to get down there. It's a long way to Rama. And a long road trip will be the first real test of the season for the Coyotes after having to sit on a bus for that long and get off and go play. We'll see how they handle that, and we'll talk with Coach Reed throughout the week to see. Another pass, and you can see they're really discombobulated in the pass offense.
Yeah.
The defense as well right now, but you know, it didn't even look like he was looking for the ball, and it looked like a shot put. He didn't have a natural throwing motion on that one. Did the Lobo signal caller there? So 3rd and 10 is where we sit now here for the Lobos. They've been able to really run the ball well in this half. Yeah. They're running out of time here and have decided to put it in the air a couple of times. You can't really have a 4th down run from there. This only 3rd down, but if you do and you give it right back to Tatum right there, you're probably getting scored on. It's Diep around his left side again, and he is able to get a few yards, but a good stop by the defense, and Salazar again.
It was Kirby brought him down, and Salazar.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
So Salazar got there second. So we'll give Kirby that tackle. He was there first. And we'll call it 4th and about, I'm calling it 6 yards. He's going to need 6 yards easy to get there. So 4th and 6 here for the Lobos after about a 4-yard gain there. And it will be Diep back. Of course, you've got big number 20. That's who I'd be looking to get the ball here. It's Diep with it. No, he'll try to go up the middle. He kept on that option. And he gets about 3 yards. And that'll be Coyote football.
Yeah.
I see Salazar there again, as was a couple other players there. So let's see. Wow, 37-0 Artesia over Carlsbad at half. Just getting that information from the Bulldog Bowl.
Wow.
Looks like they're well on their way to a mercy rule victory as Artesia over Carlsbad there. But the Coyotes will get it back here as we're in Tatum. I remember now. No, I'm kidding. Been here all night. It's been a great game for the Coyotes. They do lead it 40-22 here in the 4th quarter. Esparza will get that one, or was it Kirby?
That was Esparza.
Okay, so nothing doing there. Gets hit at the line of scrimmage, it looked like.
Yeah, that was
Diep shaking up again, this time in the defensive backfield, limping back to the other side. He'll stay in the game. A loss of 1 actually on the play. We'll call it 2nd and 11 as Esparza was met right at the line. Of course, the line a little younger than they were a year ago as well here for the Coyotes. So they're working together for the first time in competition. And now it's Harris keeping. He'll go left. He has blocks and will get out to about the 26-yard line here of the Lobos. That should be good enough for a first down. It is. And marching again are the Coyotes. Could put some more distance between themselves and the Lobos here with just about 10 minutes to go in the ball game. A score here would almost certainly do it. Really, they'll play out the rest of the game, of course, but you know, it should be enough for a Coyote victory, barring some crazy turnovers or what have you. We'll see. We've got a 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line for the Coyotes as Harris back, along with Esparza and Kirby in the backfield. So now with 9:24, they'll snap it. Harris to Cooper Kirby up the middle. He'll get 5 or 6. We'll call it 5 here. So all the way down to, I would call that the 21.
Yeah.
Maybe the 22-yard line, but either way, a 2nd and about 6 here for the Coyotes, who could really work the clock here. Just picking up first downs when they absolutely have to have them here. But they could work a lot of clock just running the ball.
I think you're right.
If you throw and it's incomplete, the clock stops. So most likely you don't want to put it in the air.
Right.
You don't want to run out of bounds here.
Just run it.
Because that'll stop the clock as well. But a little time management, clock management is what they call that. I know a couple of coaches in the NCAA and NFL levels that could deal with that. Harris fakes the handoff that time to Esparza. He'll get about 4 yards, just shy. Maybe they'll give him 3 on that. Call it 3rd and about 3. As it looked for a second like he was going to break loose, they get another hand on him and a couple of bodies to fall on top. And you're going to have a 3rd and about 3 here for Tatum. He's wanting to call in as Harris. You see him heading to the sideline. Coach, bring it in.
Right.
So 8:06 and ticking here in the 4th quarter with an 18-point lead. Again, the last score we had for Hobbs was that they were getting pounded by the Lovington Wildcats.
Man.
It was 17-0 at that time. Jal taking a beating at Dexter. Eunice winning, and these Coyotes ahead as well. I don't think he got there. Looks like he lost a yard even. Yeah, so 4th and about 4, we'll call it here. And the Coyotes will stay on the field, obviously, deep in enemy territory. Perhaps 2 victors tonight. Well, we can see, or 3, Lovington will win.
Right.
You know, so 3 of 5, not bad. 2 of them playing each other, so that's kind of a wash. But the Coyotes playing well. I think they may try to snap count and draw these guys off. I think they're going to take it down and take a timeout right before the delayed game and decide what they want to do here.
Right.
Let's read down the field. All the and so we'll break here too. 7:06 remaining in the ball game. Your Coyotes ahead of Escalante, 40-22. We'll be back.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Back again here at Tatum. The Coyotes ahead at home, 7:06 remaining in the ball game. 40-22 your score. They face a 4th and 4 here. They're going to hand it off. It is Cooper Kirby. Ava called that during the break, by the way. And they get the first down. Kirby gets probably 6 on the play. We'll see where they mark it. Wow. He fell way forward. They're going to have it at the 12. So 1st and 10 from the 12. The Coyotes will use some more clock, perhaps put more points on the board here, as now it looks more and more certain that the Coyotes will earn the victory here tonight. We'll switch up on defense for the Lobos, and they'll space it out a little bit. They're looking for perhaps a run to the right. This guy's wanting the left-hand side. It'd be his right on the Lobo side, and it will go his way. Harris tried to run over by Baeza. Baeza just took his momentum with him and brought him to the ground. So a second down play here. It'll be a gain of about 4, maybe 5 on the play. He fell forward very good. I think we're going to call it 4. We'll call it 2nd and 6 here from the – or 2nd and 6 from – they were at the 12. 2nd and 7 now from about the 8-yard line, 9-yard line, 8-yard line. Okay. Man, I got to get some binoculars. These contacts are great, but, hey, I can't see all that far.
Right.
Let's see. The run this time is up the middle, going to be right at about the 5-yard line.
Kirby, yeah.
And it's Cooper Kirby on the carry. Tackle made by Baeza again. And also number 20, running back, whose name I haven't called enough here in this second half for Escalante, and that is Atencio. Atencio's had a pretty good game. He ran the ball well early on. He's been in on a lot of the defensive plays as well. But
he's really, whenever they're going to pass it, he's the one they give it to. But
absolutely. He's got some size, a little height. You know, me being 5'0", 5'7", 5'8", maybe. Maybe on a good day I'm 5'8". Either way, the 3rd and 4 play here for the Coyotes. It's going to be a keeper by Harris. He'll get into the end zone yet again to make it 46-22. Your Coyotes up by 24, pending the conversion with less than 5 minutes to go in the ballgame. So another big play by Harris, having a pretty successful debut here for 2024.
No, I definitely think that summer practice helped him get used to being a quarterback a lot more. And it's been very beneficial for the team. They seriously are working very well together as a team right now. I think Coach Reed is doing an amazing job at having everybody play to their strengths.
You know, it can be demoralizing for a team to open up the season against an opponent like Escalante and get beat. They've had no letdown here. That ball's tipped at the line of scrimmage as Harris tried to throw it. And that looked like it was number 1, Jeremiah Martinez, that got to it, the senior that time for Escalante. So the conversion no good, but 46-22 is your score. We'll probably take our final break during game time anyways here, as it's 46-22 with 4:55 remaining in the game. Your Coyotes on their way to a victory here.
Remember, kid, there's heroes and there's legends. Heroes get remembered. Legends never die.
Legendary Services would like everyone to recognize the Tatum Coyote team and coaches for a season filled with hard work and dedication. Everyone at Legendary Services is extremely proud of each and every one of you. Best of luck in this game and shoot for a finish in a legendary way. The Tatum Schools are a proud sponsor of this live broadcast. Tatum Schools are very proud of every single student. With the dedication in the classroom and the dedication in your community, you've made all of Tatum and Lee County very proud. All your hard work is paying off, Coyotes. The entire staff, faculty, and administration wish you the best of luck. For more details about Tatum Schools, please log on to tatumschools.org.
Back for the final 4:55 here in Tatum. I'm Dusty Windham, Ava Slover. Rob Badger here with us as well, taking on those camera duties. And, man, bang up job, Rob. Got to give you the credit on this one. I might even be nice to you when we get back to Hobbs. I might just, serve you a beverage. We'll see. It's a 45-mile trip back, though. It's a long way. So, 1st and 10 going to come up after the kickoff here if they don't fumble. We've seen that in the game, too, as Esparza gets a boot into it. We've seen Baeza fumble. We'll see if They kick it deep. I'd keep it in the middle of the field, though, if possible, and they do. It's right at about the 40. It's taken by Baeza. He just falls on it this time wisely, and he gets there. So far, so good. 4:54, a full second taken off the clock there. And here we go. Am I getting some more scores in? I sure did. Miss Tiffany Stuber, the executive producer of Tatum Coyote football here for HobbsAmerica.com, back in Hobbs, taking care of the central location. She runs 2 or 3 games at a time. That's how good she is. And Tiff, we couldn't do it without you, man. I appreciate you so much. Also, has been my daughter's best friend since about kindergarten. They're in Hobbs. They are both now right around that 25-year-old mark, and still really good friends. So Tiff's a part of my family, if you ask me. Jow, currently the bane of existence for those Panther players out there on the field. They're getting beat. Well, last I heard was 36-0. It's probably gotten worse from there. Yeah, I got you, Tiff. And then Eunice was up over Ruidoso pretty good. Hobbs was getting pounded by Lovington earlier, probably still the case. State champion Wildcats.
Yeah.
Moving up a step. Me being a Hobbs guy, I'm like, go Eagles, but looks like it's the Smurf turf winning tonight.
Smurf turf.
Well, they do have the blue turf over there on their field.
Hey,
Did you know?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, they
No,
have
I
blue turf on their football field, so I call it the Smurf turf.
didn't. Smurf turf.
Yeah, I've been calling it that for several years. Brian Urlacher donating that years ago back to his high school alma mater.
Yeah.
NFL Hall of Famer Brian Urlacher from Lovington, New Mexico, ladies and gentlemen. Lee County proud. So how was Fair and Rodeo for you this year? Did you have
It was a
good
very,
time?
very good time. I sold 2 pigs, so that was really good. Sale went really well. Everybody showed out and showed up this year. Fair was very fun. Kane Brown concert was good.
Yep. I didn't make that one. That's the one I
They said
thought.
we broke, or Kane Brown did whenever he came on stage, said we broke the attendance record.
That run was good enough for a first down. However, some dirty laundry on the field here for Escalante. It's going to be a hold, and it's going to go back. That's going to be a second down and forever situation. But, yeah, I wanted to go see Jody Messina. Didn't make it over there for that one. I'm old, though, so I know who that is. I had no idea who Kane Brown was. I'd never heard of him until the Fair and Rodeo.
He's not like a huge
am I lying?
country
I
artist.
told you.
Like, he's not big, and he's kind of new.
Yeah.
But
I saw who he was.
He's kind of more pop country.
Now, I'm going to throw the disclaimer out there on his record, okay? Because they moved the site of where the concert is for more space and more seating.
Yeah, well, I work at
so
one
it's
of
easier
the.
to get them there.
Yeah, I work at one of the lemonade stands out there. Shout out Peachy Keen.
Oh, wow. Look
And
at you.
that was very different this year. We had a little bit less flow of customers because we were on the other side of that concert.
I like the
but
mini donuts.
I worked there too.
Yeah.
Yep.
A little Tatum connection there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know those folks. Those Stewie Kinley. I love the guy. He was a rodeo coach at the junior college as well. Shout out Stewie.
Yes.
Out there now, it's going to be Atencio again. He is taken down there by the Coyotes at about the 40,
Garcia,
a little before. That's Garcia, yeah. So Ethan again showing out here. It's going to be second down now and about 11 as I'll fix the scoreboard because I'm slow on that, folks. Got a lot of duties here. Yeah, you got to bear with me.
Yeah.
That's where, at least that's my excuse, I'll say.
Right.
But yeah, no, the Fair and Rodeo, always a huge event. They draw hundreds of thousands of fans every year. The rodeo, always great. The food, of course, that's what I go for because I'm a fat old guy. So there you go. Now there is a run, and it's going to be a touchdown if he can't be caught here by Hernandez.
Oh.
Gideon was a step slow. I think if we'd had 10 more yards, Ethan would have caught him there.
Yeah.
But that is a huge, long, about a 60-yard touchdown run there for number 11, Braylon Emery, who has had a good second half for the Lobos. That'll bring it to a 46-28 score here as the 6 points go on the board for the Lobos. Big run from Emery, 60 yards for the touchdown. 2-point conversion here to follow. Still just under 4 minutes. That took about a minute, that drive did. A little less than a minute, 58 seconds to be exact. As the Lobos will score, it's going to be Diap to get the snap. He'll take it left side, trying to get around. Looks like he's going to walk in untouched. He gets a hit just across the goal line. No flag thrown there, but it's good. And then being settled down over there is Gideon. He was upset at the play, it looks like. And his teammate, of course, Cooper Kirby, that leadership coming over to settling down. And you got to be glad for the seniors on this team. You don't get a 15-yard flag there. They have to kick it, most likely an onside kick. They're going to try to get it past that 10-yard mark and jump on the football or the Lobos. With 4 minutes to go, it's still a 16-point game after the conversion. So we'll keep it here. And now, did you show animals? Did you have anything that you did at the fair this year?
Yes, I worked at those stands and I showed my 2 pigs, got to sell them.
Always good to make the sell?
Yes, it is, especially in Lee County. So I'm very happy for that. It'll be my last show and last year showing probably. So
I've said this before, but my brother raised hogs.
Yeah.
That's what he did. Pete and Repeat, those were his two. He named them.
Oh,
Tell them don't name them, because if they don't sell, that's breakfast, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And it was.
No,
he didn't know that at first. And, you know.
Oh, yeah. I was in like 3rd or 4th grade when I got my first one. And I named them all after trees because of this one. Because he was a big red pig and I named him Redwood. And I loved him so much. And then I sold him and I realized what bacon came from.
Yeah.
And
Well, one of my brother's hogs jumped out of the trailer on the way to the fair on the Lovington Highway in between Hobbs and Lovington. Skinned him up, but he was fine. He could walk, no broken bones.
Yeah.
That was Repeat. Repeat ended up on our own breakfast table.
There you go.
He didn't make sell. Pete, though, made the sell and did well for my brother. Now, he graduated high school in 1997. Ha-ha, Scott, you're old. There you go. So that one did go 10 yards, right at the 10-yard mark, fallen upon by the Coyotes. And minus timeouts, they could run out the clock here. It was Esparza that fell on it there. Look at Big 88. I love Big 88, man. Love him out there on the field. And, of course, he's got fans sitting not far from us here. You know, you look at that whole family. They've been a lot of fun over the past couple of seasons for me to watch.
Yeah.
Of course, Mika helping me out last season in Clayton with the camera because, well, I had no help. I had none. I was by myself. It was cold. I'll never forget. Anyway.
Yeah.
So right at midfield, the Coyotes will take over with 3:56 remaining in this 4th quarter. They have the 46-30 lead. It's handed off, and up the middle goes
Cooper Kirby with a
they're going to say fumble, but the referee got it right this time. He was down before he lost the ball. It's good enough for a 7-yard gain, and it'll be second and about 7 yards here for the Coyotes as I redo our down and distance. Again, I told you I was slow on this, folks.
That's okay.
Second and about 3 as he gets, like we say, 7, maybe. We'll call it 4. No, we'll call it 4. 2nd and 4. Let's do that. Good run across the 45 out to the 43 from midfield, 7 yards. It's 3 yards. See, I can do math. It's just, I've been out of school a long time. That's all.
Oh, Harris is fighting through.
He gets away from 2. Can't break that 3rd as 2, including Diap. Second man, 2 of Montoya was the first one there for Escalante. And will they call it a first down? Right at, yes, it'll be a Coyote first down. So they'll have a chance to run more clock and secure the victory here. I don't know who says it, or actually who doesn't when you commentate. The victory formation is the best formation of all.
Yeah.
You know, and that's when you get to just kneel on it as a quarterback. You can't do that just yet with about 2:37 remaining here in the game. Almost across the line. It is across the line. Now was Diap. He tried to jump the snap on the far side there. That one Diap is number 18, actually. Excuse me. For Escalante, and that is Julio Lujan. Lujan, the junior, will allow the 5-yard penalty. So now 1st down and 5 for your Coyotes, who will move to 1-0 on the season here. What a way to open at home in front of your crowd. Get the support from these Coyote fans here. Keeping his Harris. He fakes it to Esparza. He'll take it up the middle, across the 40 to about the 38, 39-yard line. Not a whole lot going there. Or excuse me, 38, 39. I'm adding instead of subtracting as they go down the field here.
You're doing better than I would have.
So the original line scrimmage was the 40. They had the 5-yard penalty. He'll pick up a yard. So now they are at the 34-yard line, excuse me. 2nd and 4 to go here for Tatum. And they'll let the clock run. They won't snap the ball till the last possible second here to help secure this victory. With just 100 seconds left and ticking here. This coach going to call the timeout right before here on this 2nd down play. Nope, they'll snap it. What a fake that time by Harris. I really thought Esparza had the ball. He goes around right side near the sideline, picks up about 10 on the play. Big run that time from Josh Harris, who has been in a lot on both sides of the ball tonight. Might get the game ball from us here. But another 1st down for your Coyotes. We're at 81 seconds to go in the game. So big win for the Coyotes, 1-0 in football, 1-0 in volleyball as well. Got to give that shout out to the netters out there.
Shout out varsity volleyball.
Hey, I'm shouting out the JV too. Gotta love them all. I think coming out of his stance a little early that time was Esparza.
Yeah. Oh no, we just didn't have a JV game indoor, but shout out JV.
Not yet.
Too.
Got to shout out the JV. Got to.
And Darby Tucker for her serves in that game.
Something to behold, huh?
Yes. She served probably like at least 20. At least.
Wow.
And like in a row, I think.
That's
but at
crazy.
least 20.
That's
crazy. She goes crazy. We love Darby.
So now a 1st and 15 here for the Coyotes after the penalty. And they'll snap it, give it off. It's the little guy. Oh, and a flag comes in late, and I think they might have hands to the face or a face mask here on the near sideline on the coverage, and not really near the ball that time. Gomez was on the near side, and he was complaining to the official when the flag came out.
Yeah.
And we'll see what the call is. Should be illegal use of hands to the face perhaps, or we may have, they're going to call. Hold on, that's a pass interference call on a run.
Word.
What?
Maybe I could be official.
Yeah, it was a run play, coach. Maybe illegal contact. Maybe one hand is really the call.
Yeah.
You can't call pass interference on a run though.
I wouldn't think. But like I said, what do I know?
Yeah, what do I know? Shoot, I don't know anything. Clock rolling again at 33 seconds. It is 1st and a zip code here, 1st and 22. Now for this Coyote team, not that it matters. All they've got to do is fall on the ball here. The play clock can't be restarted after that. And everybody on the field, I've got, I see 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we got them. They're taking their time inside of 10 seconds now. I think they will take another penalty here. And nope, they didn't start the play clock till after time, so that is the ball game. And they started that play clock late. The officials did one out of here. A victory, 46-30. Your Tatum Coyotes moved to 1-0 on this young season. 0-1 for the Lobos, who made the long trip down. And of course, we're going to wish them a safe trip home. We're not done just yet, though, here, as we'll come back with some final thoughts and a preview of next week's game. Not much of one. We know nothing about what Rama's going to do this early in the season. So we'll be back in just a few moments. Coyotes win.
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
Remember, kid, there's heroes and there's legends. Heroes get remembered, but legends never die.
Legendary Services would like everyone to recognize the Tatum Coyote team and coaches for a season filled with hard work and dedication. Everyone at Legendary Services is extremely proud of each and every one of you. Best of luck in this game and shoot for a finish in a legendary way.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Well, the Coyotes come away victors tonight in their opener for this 2024 football season. Final score, of course, was 46-30 over Escalante. And good viewership out there tonight here for Tatum football. I'm proud. We're over 100 viewers tonight out there in Coyote country, so we want to thank everybody there. Again, Harris with a pretty impressive debut as quarterback here. I know he started a game last season or so, but really looked good. Looks more mature out there. Looks more comfortable under center for the Coyotes as Coach Reed picks up his first head coaching victory here in Tatum tonight. I really thought there's some names that would Gideon Hernandez, Brian Gomez.
Yeah.
But you had Cooper Kirby, you had Hasiel Esparza. You had a little bit of everybody out there on the field for these Coyotes, making waves, doing things, and getting things done. They overcame some adversity in that first half with a couple of tough calls against them and a fumble as well. Took the lead into the half, come out in the second half, ready to go. Created the turnover on the opening half kickoff or opening of the second half kickoff, and they were able to get that turnover there and turn it into points, and I think that was the big turning point in the ball game here tonight for the Coyotes. They're able to hold on and win. Again, next Friday at Rama, man, it's going to be a haul, but we should be there. As far as we know, we're going to be there next week to bring you more Coyote football. Ava with an update on the volleyball schedule coming up here.
We have Elida Tuesday, August 27th.
Is that here at home?
That is a home game, and another home game this coming Thursday against Melrose.
So Tuesday and Thursday, both get out and support the young ladies on this varsity volleyball team. If I get a chance, I'm going to come up and watch. And we're not quite to the broadcast point on volleyball yet. We will get there. Don't worry, folks. You will catch some volleyball this season. But I'll come support these Coyotes. Again, a victory of 46-30 to open up the year to move to 1-0. Escalante falling to 0-1. But they've got some pieces that are real nice. Diap and Atencio really looked good out there. Farrell a couple of times good with the ball. Defensively, they had a couple of kids stand out as well. A long season, we may see them again later on. Hint, hint, in the playoffs. Way to keep an eye out. And what a job by this new coaching staff and a new-look Coyote team to get the victory. So that'll do it for us tonight at HobbsAmerica.com. Tatum undefeated on the year, 1-0, of course. For Ava, I'm Dusty. For Rob, I'm Dusty as well. Ava is Ava. Rob is Rob. That's where we're at. That is it for us tonight from HobbsAmerica.com. We'll see you next week.
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency.